Who is excited for tonight? Who is nervous for tonight? What is up, boys? Wow, man. We got one of the best prospects tonight. Man. This is going to be wild. I know you can't see me. Hold up. I got you. I'm right here. Let's go, man. Today is the day that we have been waiting for. The Blazers are getting the #1 overall pick tonight. I'm just kidding. I don't know. But hey, a man can dream, right? A man can dream. All right, I'm going to be honest. I do this every time. I do this all the time. I literally jump the gun and I go live way too early every time something eventful is happening. But the reason why I do it is because I love streaming and I don't get to do it very often. So if you're here to watch the lottery right away, I apologize. It's not happening for like another 2 hours. But hey, if you want to hang out with me until then, you're welcome to. So for those of you who are asking when does it start, it literally doesn't start for like 2 hours. So I'm sorry to disappoint you. What? Wait, hold the phone. My headphones are almost dead? No freaking way. Wow, well that's a freaking L because I kind of need them for tonight. As I think I just unplugged my other monitor. Wow, we are literally going... We're just literally not doing good right now. What happened to my other monitor? I'm gonna have to charge this for a little bit. That's all right. We don't need it yet anyway. What happened to my... What is going on right now? My other monitor is completely dark. Hold on. I'm gonna read chat in a second. I'm having some technical difficulties, of course. Oh, I see. It barely unplugged, I think. Yeah, we're back. We're back. All right. All right, we should be good. All right, let's look at chat. Why are you so early? Because I love streaming. I love streaming. The days like this where some things are going down, I jump the gun. I do it every time. And I'm proud of it. Because obviously I'm gonna be here until it starts, but I'm not doing anything else. I'm not doing anything else till then. So I might as well hang out with y'all for a while, right? All right, let's get it. Hell yeah, basketball goat. Give me your take. I'm down for takes. Let's go. Doge Water, if I'm saying that name right. What up? Wetmore to Pistons. Well, that would require Detroit to fall super far. Well, not far. I guess they would fall the top 4 because I don't think they're drafting Cameron more in the top 4, right? At least if I know anything. When is draft lottery actually starting? It starts at 7 Central Time. I'm doing good today, network. Victor the Thunder, it's going to happen. Man, that would be wild. Yo, man, I watch your videos from UK. Big Dame and Jimmy Butler fan. Love to hear it. I hope Thunder get lucky and the Thunder get Wemby. Imagine Wemby on the Thunder. Yeah, that'd be just insane. I know a lot of people are rooting for that. Obviously, I can't root for that. If I was like not in this lottery, then yeah, I would root for that. But where do you think the Blazers are going to end up in the lottery? Well, I realistically feel like we're going to fall. We're going to be 5 through 7. But I'm obviously hoping for top 4. Top 3 would be awesome. Honestly, for this draft, for the Blazers, it's pretty much pick 1 or bust. Because if they don't get pick 1, I almost imagine they're trading this pick. Unless if they just go south in a completely different direction. Wemby and Dame, let's go. I need it in my veins, man. I absolutely need it. Yeah, you're right, basketball goat. Portland might trade their pick if they don't get 1. Absolutely. That's definitely on the table. You're from Brazil and you love my videos or watch all your videos. You're a good content creator. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Where do I live? I live in good old Kansas. I live in Kansas. Nowhere special, unfortunately. Is Damian Lillard going to get traded? I don't think so. I know there's a chance of it happening, but I don't think it will. Portland should trade the pick for a superstar. They're going to have to try. Well, there's a lot of options this year, I feel like, but I don't know if they'll be able to. We'll see if they can execute their plan. I heard the Blazers already plan on trading their pick if it's not number one. That's probably exactly right. Wemby, Rockets, or Portland. Sixers try and trade for Dame. Well, unfortunately, Philadelphia, I don't think even has a good enough package for Dame, so our team's allowed to trade today. Technically, I think teams are allowed to trade. It just doesn't become official until the league year start, if I'm not mistaken. I'm a Hornets fan, but the ticket sales are down bad. Well, the only way to save ticket sales in Charlotte is to rig for Wemby and LaMelo. That's my take. You know, I used to think the lottery was rigged as well. And it technically still, I guess, could be theoretically, but I don't think it is. But that is a good point. There's some conspiracies in the lottery, as we know. I don't know, man. It's hard to say. Doc Rivers got fired. Well, yeah, that was inevitable. We knew that was going to happen. I saw a trade where Dame got traded for Middleton and 2 first. Well, that's garbage. Throw it away. Blazers literally hang up the phone. I'm sorry. They just do. What do you think the Magic will... Who do you think the Magic will draft? Well, I guess it depends where they are in the draft, right? Who do you think is the most overrated player in the league? That's a tough one. Overrated? I don't know, man. I can't really say at the top of my head. Tyler Hero, I guess that's kind of an interesting one. Trae Young for sure. Embiid all day. I mean, recency bias would tell you it's Joel Embiid or Giannis because obviously they got bounced out. Especially Joel Embiid not playing very well in those playoffs. But you could say that he was playing injured. So for me, Bradley Beal or Rudy Gobert, those are some good options as well. As a Pelicans fans, I hope we can jump up to the top 8 at least, but probably won't happen. What time is the lottery? The lottery is at 7. What's the highest pick you could see getting traded? As high as pick 2, in my opinion, because if the Blazers get pick 2, I could see a world where they're trading it. Because Scoot Henderson doesn't make sense on this team. Obviously, they could take Brandon Miller, but you know, if you listen to anything Dame has said this offseason, he doesn't have much of an appetite for waiting on players anymore. So I understand that, obviously. What's the time there from EU? Right now, for me, it is 5:16 p.m. What star do you think will be traded first? I can't say, honestly. Probably DeAndre Ayton, I guess. I don't know. You should do MLB too. I don't watch baseball at all, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I don't watch baseball at all. I'm a Hawks fan. I obviously like Trae Young, but he cannot be number one option on a championship team. He's an elite shooter and playmaker. Yeah, there's a lot of players like that. From the draft lottery starts at 8 p.m. Yeah, so if you're obviously on Eastern, it's going to be at 8. I live in Kansas. I would not mind Pascal Siakam on this team. It just kind of depends what it would cost. I'm assuming Simons would have to be in it. I just don't know what after that. Brandon Miller is also an option, like I said, but I just don't think we're going to be able to wait on him. I mean, he might be good right away, but I'm not sure. Here's my NBA Dream Lottery. Top 5, Dallas 4, Blazers 3, Spurs 2, Thunder 1. Hornets also live in Wisconsin. So I also live in Wisconsin, Cooley live in Kansas. Awesome. LeBron was fire in his prime. I guess you're not wrong there. Wemby Rockets. What state do you live in? I just said it. I'm not going to say it again. Who do you think the worst defender on the Portland Trailblazers other than Simons? Unfortunately, it was probably Shaedon Sharpe. Do you think Sharpe should be untouchable? This is a great question from Javon. And I say yes, unless you're getting like a Giannis or Embiid, which is obviously dream scenarios. But yeah, I'm not trading Sharpe for nothing insanely stupid. I mean, I guess it just depends who it is. I think he's untouchable for the most part. Simons is a little bit more expendable because of his contract. Obviously, he has a little bit more money on it than Sharpe. But if you are getting like a top player like Giannis or Embiid, I'm not naive. You're going to have to like trade Sharpe in that trade 100%. Now, obviously, you're not going to, those are dream scenarios. Love your content, my number one YouTuber, and that says a lot for me. I appreciate it, Wolf. I really do appreciate that, man. It's honestly crazy that I've made it as far as I have. It's insane. You guys are amazing. I don't think we trade Sharp unless we're getting like just someone super elite. Should the Blazers trade Dame or help Dame? I'm on the train of helping him. I think he's done a lot for this franchise, so it would honestly be amazing to be able to repay the favor of trying to get him a team that actually can compete. He clearly wants to do it here. It's just a matter of ownership. Stop being so cheap. But yeah. Please rate this take. Pistons playing team next year. I don't think it's all the realm of possibility, Mamba. Honestly, thought they could have done it this year, but Kate Cunningham getting hurt obviously didn't help. So that is not a crazy take in my opinion. Honestly, if Portland lands number 2 pick, then Org should look to trade Dame and rebuild. Honestly, like, yeah, I get the point of that. I understand what you're saying for sure, because you could go with the Scoot and Shaedon Sharp backcourt for the future, but I just don't think that's where they're going. Dame going to Miami, I disagree with that, unfortunately, because Miami's trade package is not that great like people think. I don't see why Portland would want Tyler Hero as the main piece in a return package if they're going to be rebuilding around Simons and Sharp. So what's the point of having Hero? You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. But maybe there's not a better offer. I don't know. So I'm on the team trade until they can complete. Then do they trade Dame at the deadline? We'll see, man. Kind of just depends on how it goes, right? How do you become a Blazers fan from Kansas? Do you like the PNW region? It is definitely a weird story behind it. My dad was a Blazers fan growing up, and I guess like when I just started getting into basketball, I felt like one of the first games I watched was the like Blazers when they still had Wesley Matthews and Aldridge, and obviously my dad liking them kind of helped with that. So like that's kind of how it came about. I think the first game I ever watched was Blazers versus Rockets, because I first started getting into 2K first before I actually started watching basketball. I don't know. Trade Yusuf Nurkic. Yeah, I mean, obviously some people don't like Nurkic. I get that. But it's not like we have a better options. Are you going to share the screen when the lottery come on? Or no? No, I would get banned if I did that. Unfortunately, I can only play audio. I'm not going to be able to actually show the lottery. I would get removed from YouTube immediately. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. Which team think is more likely to go in all in next season complete? Which teams do you think should blow it up? I feel like the Wizards should blow it up. They're not going to. As far as going all in, I mean, Portland is an obvious one in my opinion. I mean, the Knicks could definitely be looking for something. Yeah, so. What kind of package is fair for Simons? Well, I mean, for me, if we're trading Anthony Simons, the reason why we're trading him is because we're getting a star to put next to Dame. So I don't think they're going to be going out there and looking to trade for, like, they're not going to be trading Simons for what teams would want to give out, I guess. I don't know. Who do you want to get Wemby? My Blazers, obviously. I know someone just said the Blazers are not getting Wemby. Well, you could say that about any team. Only one team gets them. So, like, it's kind of a weird thing to say. I guess, like, I could say that about anybody. If Lillard goes to the Nets, what's the best package to offer for him? I think Claxton has to be in that trade 100%. I think if the Nets are getting Damian Lillard, they're not going to try to trade Bridges, obviously. Claxton, Cameron Thomas, salary filler, and a bunch of draft picks. I don't know. That starts it. I don't know if that's enough. Do you want Dame to stay or get traded? I want him to stay. The lottery, bro. All right, you're getting banned. It's at 7, and I don't have time for people that want to spam. Honestly, I'm sorry. I just don't. Blazers have 6% chance, right? They have a 10.5% chance this year. I only stay until Blazers Uprise is live. Hey, that's fair, man. I'm big fans of them as well. So, obviously, their whole Blazers community. So, no, I definitely understand that. All good, bro. NBA will rig it to the team Wemby up with Melo, calling it now. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. It's 2023. People still don't know about Google. Yeah, I know. Like, they come in here asking what time is the lottery. Like, yeah, I can answer you. But, I mean, if every single person is asking, it's going to get annoying to answer after a while, you know? The Blazers need to go for this offseason. What's your prediction for Lakers versus Denver? The whole series or just tonight? Best of luck to your Timberwolves in this lottery. I'm not a Timberwolves fan. As far as my prediction for Lakers Nuggets, I feel like this is a Nuggets year, but I would not be surprised if the Lakers won. So I don't know, man. It's tough. I appreciate it, Joshua. I really do appreciate it, bro. I have a strange feeling that Spurs will win the lottery. I don't know why. We'll see. Dame for Clay, Kuminga, Moody, and a couple firsts. I don't think the Warriors do that. I hope Miami beats Boston. I know bro is messing with your Blazers. Oh, that's funny. Showing love for Toronto, Canada. Appreciate it. If Blazers get a lottery pick 2 or 3 or 4, if they package that pick with Simons for Bridges, is that an overpay? That's a good question. I think Brooklyn is going to value Bridges that highly. But yeah, I would be hesitant to trade Simons plus our lottery pick, especially if it's pick 2 for Bridges. Like that is a lot to give up, in my opinion. But Suns get lottery pick 1. Who should the Raptors get? Someone says it's not an overpay. So Simons in number 2 for Mikal Bridges. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's tough. Bridges isn't helping Portland win anything. I mean, he's going to help us be the better defender or better perimeter defend. He'd be the best perimeter defender we've had in a while. So, I mean, he would definitely help. Am I saying we'll be a contender? No, not just with him. We'll have to do more outside of that. I don't know, man. It's hard to say. I would not trade Simons for Mikal. Well, I could see it happening because Mikal Bridges is obviously a way better defender than Simons is. So a Dame Bridges backcourt would be a lot better than a Simons and Dame backcourt defensively. I'm so hyped for this draft lottery. Me too, man. I'm nervous. I'm excited. As soon as it gets started, my heart's going to be pounding. I can feel it. Where do you think the Thompson twins should go? I don't have enough of an opinion on it, unfortunately, to speak on it. So I'm not even going to give my opinion on the Thompson twins because I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know where they best fit. Appreciate it, logo. Undersized guards are not, it depends what the undersized guard is doing. And I don't know if you can call him undersized. 6'3" is average size for a guard, in my opinion. Or it's, 6'3", at least, or like 6'2", 6'3" is average, in my opinion. And then at least Simons can score the basketball and has been elite at times doing that. So I don't think Simons is worth nothing, right? Victor to Portland. I'm hoping so. I'm sorry I can't read everything. I'm trying my best. Trying my best. What do you think the ceiling is for the Rockets season if they get Wemby and Harden? I mean, it's through the roof, bro. Definitely through the roof. If Wemby is a draft bust, I'm going to laugh. I have thought about that, to be honest with you, because, man, he has been hyped. This feels more hyped than Zion was. Honestly. Did the Raptors have via draft with any... I don't know what you're saying. Or just the 13th pick? I think they only have their own pick, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. Wemby 7-4. It would be crazy at the Knicks to get the 11th pick from the Mavs. Yeah, I mean, it happened today in my video, so you never know. Do you think the Blazers should trade Simons? I think they're going to have to if they want any upgrade on this team as far as the star is concerned, because he's the only one that makes like $24 million. How fast do you make a rebuild if you get Wemby? Oh, my goodness, bro. I have no idea. I love Simons, don't get me wrong, but the small backcourt is never going to work. No defense, just vibes. I think it can work, but you have to have good defenders everywhere else, which Portland has never had. I might have to rebuild the Blazers right after this if they get number 1. Who will get traded on draft day? It's hard to say. Do you know 6 Rings of Steel? Never heard of him. No, of course I know who 6 Rings of Steel is. He's one of my big... he was one of the reasons why I even started YouTube. Him, Crispy, CSB, and Kenny were like some of the main people that I watched as I was starting. So, for sure I know 6 Rings. What happened to Greg Monroe? He played that 1 year during that, like, virus-filled season. Other than that, I have no idea where he's at now. Suns Spurs fan here. Interesting. Simon's number 2, Nurk, and 2 future first for Clax and Bridges. I would do that. Actually, I would do that. But I don't think the Nets say yes to that. So I don't think the Nets say yes to that. But I like that trade cap, so I'd actually say yes to that. But I don't think the Nets do. Do you have any other job other than YouTube? I do not. Not at the moment. I guess if you want to call it a job, I'm basically the stay-at-home dad, I guess, kind of, because I do YouTube and make a decent amount from that. But eventually, when my kids, both the kids are in school, which is years down the line, I'll probably be getting another job. But for now, it's just YouTube. I'm just focused on YouTube right now. That's the plan anyway. Annika, why? Like you've been saying some weird stuff. Like I saw you say one positive thing, and then everything else you have said has been like super negative. So I'm not sure why I would respond to you. If that's your way of getting my attention, I guess you got it. They're doing good, man. They're doing good. Shout out to you as well, Brinsney, or however you say it. I apologize if I botched it, but yeah, man, it could be tough. I am 24. I'm 24 years old. I turned 24 literally on the 7th. You earn a lot from your channel. Salute. I earn a decent amount, I would say. It's nothing crazy. I'm pretty blessed in the position I am to be in. Obviously, I'm hungry for more, but I should be pretty happy with what I'm doing right now. Anyway. Would you be upset if the Kings went out and got Jeremy Grant? Honestly, I don't even entertain the idea that Jeremy Grant's going anywhere. I think Grant is 100% coming back to the Blazers because he literally is going to get overpaid. The Blazers don't have a choice to not overpay him. They have to, because if they lose him for nothing, that's a disaster. So I know people are talking about Jeremy Grant as a free agent. I just don't even worry about it. I guess I technically could be wrong, but like the Blazers have to pay him. And we're going to have to he could get like 30 million per year from us or something like that. It's obviously going to be a bad contract down the line. But like, we have to, we can't lose him for nothing. That'd be a disaster. You make stable money from YouTube. Like I said, man, I think I make a good amount. Is it anything crazy? No, not necessarily, but it's good enough for me and it helps my family. So works out. If Portland gets Wemby, shouldn't Portland just trade Dame and build around Simon Sharp and Wemby? I believe that'll be a better route instead of wasting Dame and waiting for everybody to fully develop. I mean, you could make that argument, but then you could also make the argument that Wemby could help Dame right away. So who knows? Happy birthday. Well, thank you. It was a while ago, but I appreciate that. How long do you think Ja's going to be suspended for? Man, that's a good question. Usually, I'm sorry. Usually I don't have strong opinions on like political stuff like that, but I'm here to say Ja is honestly, like, he needs some help, man. I don't know what he's doing, but, like, you can't be doing that, bro. I'm not going to go as far as what some people have said, but, like, man, for you to be in so many of these scandals and to be where he is at in the league, it's just not a good look. Someone in his position should not be involved with that kind of stuff. Yo, Gur1, thank you for the Canadian $2, I believe. Have you ever thought of starting a reaction channel? I did start one. Technically, I had one. Bro, when it comes to me, like, I just change my mind on things so many times. Like, I start things, and then, like, I just can't do it after a while. And I technically have one. I have not uploaded on it for a while. But I prefer to just focus on the 2K channel, I guess. Because sometimes it can be hard to manage multiple channels, unfortunately. I have a football podcast, I have the Madden channel, and I have this one. Cowboy knows, man. I be changing channel names like crazy. The only one I've stayed focused, only one that I've actually set on one thing was this channel. I never changed the name of this channel. Every other channel I've like changed the name like 1,000 of times. How do you feel about Cameron Reddish? He's fine, but I just don't think he's anything anybody thought he would be. I think he's been disappointing compared to his expectations, unfortunately. If I wasn't a Blazers fan, what team would you be a fan of? Probably Oklahoma City. Probably Oklahoma City Thunder. Because I live closest to their arena, and I've been to 4 of their games. I don't plan on stopping to do rebuilds unless if I'm like 40, I guess. I mean, obviously, we never know what the future holds. What if the Warriors move someone for a draft pick? If like they would get Poole Kuminga for a lottery pick, they could get someone solid. I mean, it's not a crazy possibility. Crush, what are you doing? The Blazers move to #1. I'm smashing every monitor in this room. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know, man. I've never had something like that happen to me, man. Like, obviously, the best thing that has happened to me as a Blazers fan, just where I got, like, so excited, it wasn't even funny. Like, the most excited I've ever been is when Damian Lillard, if I can point at it, hit that shot over Paul George, bro. I was at my old apartment. My girl was sleeping. It was, like, midnight my time. And we had a neighbor at the time that absolutely hated us because we were loud, apparently. And I literally just screamed at the top of my lungs when he hit that shot. That's the most happy I've been, I feel like. And of course, when we made it to the conference finals, that helped too. But man, my reaction to that shot, I was so hyped, wasn't even funny. So, I don't know, man. It's hard to say what I would do because I haven't been able to enjoy anything like that for a while. It's definitely that one, Javon. For 100%, it's definitely that one. I was not really much of a Blazers fan when he hit the shot over the Rockets, Chandler Parsons. I've not heard of it. I've heard of him, Iowa State, but I don't know anything about him. How will you feel the Blazers get Cameron Johnson? They tried to get him at the trade deadline, actually, but obviously he got traded to the Phoenix Suns, so they couldn't get him. But I'd feel cool about it. Nice 3-point shooter. That's also something this team could use 100%. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to do something real quick. I got to check something. All right, we're good. What are your expectations for 2K24? No expectations, man. I mean, if you are expecting anything special from 2K developers, you can get disappointed. So, what I would love to see them do is just like minor tweaks. Like, I would love to see them improve on the eras where you could start in every year. Like, instead of being able to just start in the Kobe era, the Shaq era, or sorry, not Shaq era, the Jordan era, and then whatever eras, I forget all of them now for some reason. I left out one more. But if you could start, like, say, the year 2011 and all contracts are accurate, ages are correct, you know how amazing that would be? That would be amazing. Do you like MMG? I love MMG. I haven't been watching his videos for a while lately, but man, he's so funny. I love MMG. But I haven't watched lately, which I feel bad about, but I don't know. I don't know why I haven't, to be honest. I used to watch MMG live all the time. It was so funny, but I haven't for a while. Don't know why. I need to again, to be honest, because that man can make me laugh. All right, I gotta do this one last thing, and then I've got my full focus on y'all. All right, we're good. What is your top 4 draft order? Blazers 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just kidding. I want to see Scoot on the Spurs. I know that. But I don't know. I can't say what I want. Do you think Doc Rivers deserved to be fired? Yes, I do. He's had too many collapses, man, in elimination games. It's just, I don't know. What's your opinion on the Utah Jazz? I mean, they absolutely fleeced the Timberwolves, and they have a bright future. What are you doing if you're Joe and you get Wembanyama? If I'm Joe Cronin, I'm drafting him. Simple as that. Should Kidd get fired? I feel like he would have been fired. If he would have gotten fired, they would have done it by now. So I don't think it's going to happen. And I'm going to say no, I guess, for now. Maybe he deserves one more year, but after that, if they suck again, then yeah, probably. Give an example of how Scoot would go #1. I can't even think of an example of that happening. How would you feel if the Blazers trade Yusuf, Nasir Little for Claxton and picks? I mean, I would love Claxton, but I just don't see that happening. Didn't EJ get banned? No, I just timed him out for a second. What is your opinion on the Rockets entering the draft lottery? I think they need some veterans on that team. They definitely sounds like they're going to try to win now. So I can see the Rockets being as good. I can honestly see the Rockets being good next year. I hope this top 5. Blazers is 1, 2 Rockets, Pistons 3, Spurs 4, Magic 5. The draft lottery tonight. It's all good, EJ Music. It's all good. It's all good. Yo, Michelle Goldberg, thank you for subscribing. I wish I could have my headphones on right now so I could hear all of this, all the notifications, but I guess his first thing as a subscriber he wanted to say was L. Or she. I don't know. Sorry if it, I don't know. Or whatever, I guess. If Harden leaves, do the 76ers trade and beat and blow it up? I mean, they would have to consider it. First draft pick going to the Blazers, they get killing Mbappe. Who is better, getting the number 1 pick and trading for win-out players for Dame, or drafting Wemby and letting Dame go? I honestly would love to see Dame and Wembanyama play together. But, I mean, we'll see, I guess. I'm not in charge of that option. Let's go, Madden Mobile. Let's go. Let's go. Magic number 1 and not taking Wemby. I mean, that's no one's doing that. No one's getting number 1 and just not taking him. Do you think the Knicks should fire Tom? No, I don't think so. He's probably been the most success they've had in a while. The lottery starts in an hour and 20 minutes. Oh, all good, Michelle. Imagine if the Mavs jumped to 1 and Luka and Vic would be wild. Oh, yeah, that'd be crazy. Is Braun cooked? No. Kawaika? I don't know if I definitely botched that name. Thank you for subscribing. Dream trade of Portland does not get number 1. Giannis is the dream trade. Giannis is the dream trade. Yusuf, thank you for subscribing. The Blazers have the 5th best odds at number 1 tonight. 10.5% chance. Do you want the Portland to trade the pick for like 2 or 3 and for who? I mean, yeah, if we get 2 or 3, I imagine it's traded. So I would see, I mean, it just kind of depends who becomes available, right? I mean, it just kind of depends. Like, what if the Clippers randomly blow it up, I guess? You could maybe talk yourself into Paul George, I guess. But I don't really think they're going to, so. I don't know, man. It's just whatever's on the table at that point. Thoughts on pick 1 and picks for Embiid. I would have a hard time trading pick 1 for Embiid. We'll see. Where do you see Monty Williams going? Honestly, could see him going back to Philadelphia. I do. I think they will be looking for an upgrade over Chris Paul. Will they be able to get one? We shall see. Thoughts on Doc Rivers? Just kind of disappointing. He hasn't really had much success in the postseason since the Celtics, right? I mean, I feel like he's choked a lot of different things. What do you think the chances are Harden returns to the Rockets? I think there's a good chance of it, but we'll see. By the way, guys, let me know if you guys can hear this. So I have this ready. Tell me here. Help me out. Is this too loud or is this just right? Can you hear it?
Lottery, while Victor
So right now I can't hear it
because
I don't have my headphones on.
Number 1 overall pick in waiting. There are plenty of talented players.
Just right. Perfect.
League,
Good. All
Alabama's
right, you guys can hear
Miller,
it.
the
Sounds
highest
like.
ranked forward in the class, while Scoot Henderson of the G
All right. I'm not gonna have it on for now. Kind of quiet. Well, if I have to turn it up. Oh, they're interviewing Scoot Henderson. Bro, I want my headphones on so bad. But these were about to die. I don't know why. I thought I charged them. Kind of annoying. Not going to lie. But let's listen to what Scoot Henderson has to say.
Fair play in this draft. Just for going early. Just for going to Ignite early. Just getting that pro feel and, getting used to being a professional athlete.
What was the biggest challenge early on, especially making that transition in high school to now playing with professionals?
I had the strength to come in to get used to the grown man bump, but I feel like, just during the season, getting used to it every single night, I feel like that was a challenge. And just being more vocal, and that's
It's
what I
gonna
worked
look
on in the
really.
second
It's
season.
gonna look
And
really goofy,
I feel like I
but I'm gonna
dominated
do
at a
this.
pretty good level
Maybe I
to
can
put
hear.
myself in the position I'm in now.
Scoot, how are you approaching tonight's lottery? Do you have any nerves?
I wouldn't really call them nerves. I'm just excited, just from coming here at 17 and being where I am now. It's a blessing. So I'm just ready for the night and seeing what the outcome is.
Okay, over the next month, people are going to learn a heck of a lot about you. Your first name is actually Sterling. Where did the
Sterling.
nickname
I did
Scoot
not know
come
that.
from?
Yeah, my name is Sterling Henderson.
Wow.
The nickname came when I was a kid, when I was really young.
You learn something
My
new every
parents,
day.
they always had nicknames for all their kids, but I guess mine just stuck when my mom would and my parents would scream it out in the crowd, and everybody just caught on, and I'm Scoop now. So
Was there a
Dusto K
specific
knows the
reason?
vibes.
I mean, did you do something to be nicknamed Scoot?
Mark Spears doesn't know
there's plenty of
nothing,
stories,
so
but
I'm okay
the
with
main
that.
story is when I was a baby. I used to
Wait, Mark
scoot on my butt
Spears. Am I
across
confusing
the
him with
floor
somebody else?
and eat these snacks or eat this cereal called Scooters. You can look it up.
Mark Spears
but,
knows. Wait,
yeah,
no.
that's the story that I
No,
hear.
Mark
I love
Spears. Yeah,
that
Mark
story.
Spears.
And it fits appropriately. I love that.
Oh,
it's
I'm
stuck
not
for
worried
you,
about
your
what he has to
parents,
say.
mentioned
I don't
them,
care.
Crystal and Chris, a very tight-knit family of 7 kids. 5 played college basketball. So help us understand the competition at home, on and off the court, with all your siblings.
It was always pretty competitive. Even like
I
Uno
have
games, it'd be really competitive. We
Razer,
would
the
go to
Razer
park
something. I
sometimes,
forget. They're wireless Razer
just
headphones
play
though.
basketball all night. My parents would post up the car lights, put the car lights on the court, and we'll just be out there all night. Just competing at a high level. It'll get rowdy sometimes.
Scoop
but
gonna be the
fun
next
for the
D
most part.
Rose.
Me and my little sister.
Well, hopefully without the injuries.
Dribbling the basketball.
Still sad about that.
Man. It was great though.
And by the way, you said your sister Moochie will be playing at Georgia State in the fall. Is definitely
Victorious
the most skilled.
Wembanyama.
Henderson. Why is she the most skilled?
Do you know Souls and Sage? Yes.
Crystal, she's so
I do
skilled.
know
She can
them.
do everything on the
Do they
floor.
know me? Probably not.
She can lead the team to a championship like she did this year. She can do everything on the floor. She can play defense. She can get to the cup, mid range. She can score all three levels. And she can shoot half court shots. I mean, come on now. How that's not skill.
Hopefully, Madden Mobile. Hopefully,
all
man.
the talk in this draft is going to be
Gotta
about
pray
Victor
for it.
Wembanyama. You challenged yourself in 2 games against the projected top pick in October. What was your mindset facing him when you both took the floor?
My mindset, it didn't change. My mindset was always to kill whoever's on the floor, whoever's trying to stop me from.
So Scoot Henderson is a savage, she says.
That was my mindset going into the season.
Oh, he hit a 3 over Vic. He attacked Vic at the basket
because of the competition and who I was playing. I just wanted to prove everybody who I am, and I knew it was going to be televised.
Hear me out, WNBA, NFL. I have to disagree with that.
Sorry, you're his favorite. He also says if he was never born, you deserve the top spot in this draft. You believe you're the best prospect, hands down. So what separates your game compared to Victor's in your mind?
I think I just got that dog in me. I got it in me. Sometimes people got it on them, but I got it in me, and that'll never change. I've been the same since I was in high school playing basketball. It's just the mindset.
Cobra Kai knows the vibes, man.
And I'm just the most prepared player in the draft, honestly. I think. Been playing professional for 2 years now, so I went through all the ups and downs as a rookie would. You know what I mean? And I'm going into my rookie year, so that's how I look at it.
Scoot, it's a phenomenal message to, of course, people that follow you. We wish you the very best, of course, in next month's draft.
Go Spurs, go!
Cannot wait to follow your journey. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, how about this? The 3 winningest coaches over the last 3 years in the NBA are all looking for a job. Adrian Wojnarowski.
That is crazy to think, though. The 3 winningest coaches in the last 3 years, all fired. Like, Mike Budenholzer deserved it. Doc Rivers deserved it. Monty Williams, I mean, yeah, you can make an argument because they were, like, terrible in the last 2 postseasons. Kenny is a GOAT in the 2K community. Yes, 100% he is. Kenny is absolutely a GOAT. 100%. Tankathon spin. No, I don't really want to do it because the first time, the reason why, Jake, I'll explain. The reason why, because the first time I had never touched it in my life. Well, that's not true. I never touched it this season until like a couple days ago. My first spin, Blazers got number 2. So I'm just going to stick with it. Would you like an Asar Thompson, Keontae George backcourt for the Magic? I don't know, man. It's hard for me to give my opinion on prospects because I really don't know what I'm talking about. Woj has something to say. I want to listen to what he's got to say.
That was let go earlier today. Mike Budenholzer, Nick Nurse, Frank Vogel among candidates, Monty Williams, the former Phoenix coach, and Mike D'Antoni, who before Doc Rivers was hired and was available with the Clippers.
They're talking about coaches. We know all about that. All right, let's hang out for a while. The lottery starts in an hour, correct? You are correct. Starts in hour 10. What up, little Luca? Talking to me? Scooter Wemby, that's what we need, not gonna lie. We shall see. Let's hope that Scoot doesn't follow or fell in any of Jalen. Wow, okay. Or John Morant is like, man, I just can't talk about John Morant right now. Doncic and Victor duo. Could be interesting. Gonna be crazy seeing Brandon Roy. I agree. I definitely agree. Brandon Roy representing the Blazers tonight is really cool. Sorry, man, you look like a small Luka, but it's a good thing. I've been told I look like Luka. I don't really see it, but yeah. I take it, though. It's not like Luka's a bad person to look like, I guess. Do you watch Click Productions? No, and that's not because I don't like him or anything like that. It's not like that. It's just I don't really watch other 2K YouTubers very often because obviously I'm always playing 2K on my own, so like it just isn't something I enjoy watching of others. If that makes sense, I guess. I don't watch a ton of other 2K YouTubers. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's because I do it. I'll watch a Kenny video here and there, and I'll watch a Six Rings video here and there. But yeah, those guys are all great. Those guys are all great. Obviously, I don't have a single issue with anyone in the 2K community. It's a fun community to be in, so I don't really have any issues with anybody. Just when I'm doing it, it just feels like I don't know. Where can I watch the lottery? Is it on League Pass? No, I don't think it's on League Pass. It's literally on ESPN. Do you still play COD? I do not. I do not play COD anymore. It got boring. If Houston gets 2, would you trade the pick for Jaylen Brown? I mean, I guess if that's on the table, you could entertain that idea. But it's up to what the Houston Rockets want to do. What is your opinion on the Raptors? The Raptors have a lot of guys I would love to trade for. But honestly, I'm going to be honest. Some of the Raptors fans out there are super annoying. Not going to lie. They're very passionate. They're just kind of annoying to talk to. But it is what it is. Trust me, the only 2K rebuilding YouTuber I can watch and others suck and boring. Well, thank you for that. Appreciate it. What is your favorite movie? Probably Joker. What do you usually watch on YouTube? I usually watch like kind of like fitness videos or what else do I watch on YouTube? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. It's something I should be able to answer, but for some reason I'm struggling to answer that right now. Or like Jadeon, obviously. I watch Jadeon sometimes. Through the Wire, I watch sometimes. Nelk. AM Hoops is always someone I watch. AM Hoops, if you guys know who AM Hoops is, his content is amazing. Honestly, for me, some of his opinions are absolutely terrible, but I love his content. The way he edits his videos, I love. But yeah, some of his opinions he says I like just can't get on board with. But other than that, I like his content regardless. Like some of the trades he suggested about Dame have obviously, like one time it was like D'Angelo Russell and some other things for Dame. I'm like, why would the Blazers want D'Lo? I don't know. Is YouTube a full-time job for you? It is at this moment. It is at this moment. Do you play my team? No, not at all. I do not play 2K outside of rebuilds. The only time I turn on 2K is when I'm recording or if I'm playing with my friends that come over. That's the only time I play 2K. Is that surprising to hear? I don't know. My all-time favorite 2K is 2K15 because that's when I started playing like consistently. Oh yeah, Blazers Uprise. Forgot to mention them as well. I watch them all the time too. I can't watch them live because they always start. They're always live when like I'm going to sleep. But the next day I always watch their streams back. Forgot to mention them. Ant Simon's GOAT. Thank you for mentioning them. I do watch them all the time as well. What do you do in your free time? Watch YouTube. Go to the gym. Do videos. And hang out with my family. What up, Jonathan? But yeah, my life is honestly quite. My life is honestly. I do hang out with friends as well, obviously that too. But my life could be pretty boring outside of hanging out with friends. I am not into video games anymore as much. I have a hard time playing them. What's your workout split? What YouTube fitness people do you watch? My workout split is the basic push-pull legs. I usually go 5 to 6 days a week. And I watch like Greg Doucette. I watch Alex Eubank. All those Jesse, James West, Will Tennyson, all those guys. Those basic, fitness guys. You got a son? I hope you're prepping him for the draft. I have a son and a daughter. The draft is at 7. It starts at 7. Or 8 p.m. Eastern is a good one as well to say. How old are you? I'm 24. It looks like I've gained some mass. Oh, thank you. That was probably cringe. Thank you, though. I appreciate that. Family always comes first. Yeah, man. I have a hard time playing video games anymore. It's tough, man. That was one of the favorite things I used to do. But now I just can't really play. I thought you were only 110. I'm 110 pounds. Is Dame getting traded? I don't think so, but, who knows? Bye, Dogewater. You have a feeling Pop is working his voodoo? Damon Beal should team up, not gonna lie. No. Not on their current contract situations. No, absolutely not. Whoever is paying Damon Beal, that's like the only thing they'd be able to afford. Hey, man, will you get to play again when your kids are older? My son is 6 and we were playing through Mario Odyssey. Yeah, I'm assuming when they're older. Like, my son already loves playing games already, kind of. But obviously, he's still getting into it. Who puts her whole name as their YouTube? Jared, what are you talking about? I have even no idea what you're even saying. Yes, John, that's freaking Jared. I have no idea what he's even saying. Unless if he's talking to somebody, I don't know. It's all fun and games until the Thunder win the lottery and land Victor Webb and Yama. I think. Oh, okay. Now I get it. What music are you into? I'm kind of into a little bit of everything. If you ask some of my friends in here who are actually here, they'll tell you who I listen to, and it's an inside joke that I don't really like very much, but they'll tell you that all I listen to is 2 artists. That's it. Yeah, all I listen to is Post Malone and Juice WRLD. That's it. That's all I listen to apparently. My son is 2. Every other time we play any other every other time we play any other music, he shuts off the radio off or walks home. That's not true at all. Come on now. That's so stupid. Is your son into sports yet? Not really. He's watched basketball with me before, but obviously he loses interest. And he's not speaking yet either. So what is your first name, or is it personal? My first name is Brady. I hope the Mavs get pick 11 so my Knicks get the pick. That'd be great. My 3-year-old daughter likes Land Before Time. That's cool. Dang. He made an account change and everything. Knicks don't need that pick. Yeah, that's right. Mavericks fan says the Knicks don't need that pick. I thought your first name was Crushables. Absolutely. How'd you know? How'd you know my birth certificate says Crushables? It starts in an hour, Ahmed Hassan, if I'm saying the name correctly. Miami is getting #1 pick. That's impossible. How much for me to get on Inside? Thousands of dollars, man. I'm sorry. The Blazers trade their pick and Dame for #1 pick of this draft. I don't think that's going to happen. It's all fun and games until the Thunder get 1 pick. Next year gets pick 1. That'd be wild. Levine to the Blazers? No. No, thank you. No. That's literally, there's no point of that. Fortunately. Have you ever been to a lot of Portland games? I've been to 2 Portland games. Both of them were in Oklahoma City. One time they won and one time they lost. The first time I went was when Oklahoma City had Carmelo Anthony and Paul George, and we won that game. The second time I went, this was a crazy fun game to go to. The second time I went is when Dame and Russell Westbrook started talking crap to each other at the free throw line. We lost that game, but it was still a cool experience because I was like pretty close down. I was like, not like court side, obviously, but I was pretty close to the court, and you could just see them talking to each other. And obviously that year, the Blazers got the last laugh because Dame sent them home. So that was both the Blazers games that I've been to. I haven't been to one since 2019. That's crazy, actually. That wasn't bad pronunciation. I'll take it. What if the Blazers jump into 4 and trade it? Who would you want? I feel like the names out there are basically like, and I'm not saying, by the way, if you're a fan of one of these teams, I'm not saying that it's going to happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen. But the names I think Portland has a chance at, and obviously, like I said, some of these are going to be more realistic than others. Some of these might be impossible. Okay, so I shouldn't say they have a chance. I'm saying who I would want, I guess. Giannis, Embiid, those are the top dream scenarios. A lot would have to line up for that to happen. Siakam, Mikal Bridges. Am I missing anybody else? OG Anunoby as well, obviously. That's been a name that they targeted last year. I think those are the main 5 names. I might be missing somebody, but those are 5 names to pay attention to. I don't know if they'll get any of them, but I don't know. We'll see. When does the lotto start? The lottery starts at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Ballhawk Productions got you. Do you think Brandon Miller is going to go 2? I don't know. That's a good question. I think it depends who's on the board. Do you like Jaylen Brown? Yes. Oh, yeah. Jaylen Brown was also another name that Portland was kind of rumored for. But I think with the Celtics making it to the conference finals, we'll see if that's even I don't think that's going to happen. I don't see that happening. I think he resigns with Boston, especially after making an All-NBA team. I think the energy is changing there, and he'll be back. I know there were some things about the fans not liking him or whatever, or he wasn't happy with them trying to trade him. But yeah. Cobra Kai, I agree. I don't see Jaylen Brown going anywhere. I think he stays in Boston. I think people were just kind of talking about it for a second because obviously he's got like 1 year left in his contract after this year. But yeah, I don't see him leaving. Especially now that Boston can offer him the Supermax. Yo, who's winning the championship? Man, I feel like it's going to be, I mean, any of them could, which is such a stupid answer, but like, I don't know. It's hard to say. Because like, I would have counted Miami out and obviously against Milwaukee, like all of us would have. And I kind of like the Knicks potentially to beat them. And now they've made it all the way here. I would not be surprised if Miami beat Boston. Who knows? This could be the Nuggets year. Could be the Lakers year. We shall see. Who would you guess to win the lottery? I'm going to say Portland. But guys, I will be right back. I got to go across the room to take a leak. So enjoy Stephen A. Smith while I'm gone.
Particularly against a Lakers squad that no longer has Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee to back up Anthony Davis. You're thin on that front line. It can get very, very interesting if the greatness of Jokic really shows up, which we all expect it to.
You know, the other night in that game 6 in Phoenix where he just had his way, I think he hit 9 straight shots, Jokic did. Mm-hmm. And like 8 of them didn't touch the rim. And he gets in these zones and he goes on these stretches of play where not only is he scoring the ball that effectively, but then throwing crazy passes, rebounding, and just taking over a game in a way and at a level that you only see the all-time greats do. And so I'm wondering, because he's playing against LeBron, like I think that the basketball world will pay greater attention to this than if he had this same success in the Western Conference Finals against the Suns or Mavericks or somebody else. He's playing against LeBron. We are locked in.
Nuggets are going to win the championship. You may be right.
Most consequence over the last 10 years in the
My
NBA,
hands are clean. I washed them. I promise.
What does it mean if Jokic eclipses him?
Even
at 38. Because
I sprained my ankle. I'm sorry to hear that if you're actually telling the truth. One time I fractured my ankle where I couldn't walk for 2 weeks. It was awful. It was terrible. I literally lived in the basement. Like, I was still at my mom's house at the time, and I didn't see the sun for like a week, bro. It was awful. I literally could not go up the stairs. So I'm sorry you're going through that. I literally couldn't go to work either. And the doctor only excused me for a day, and I did like a physical job at the time. And like when I got back, my boss or the HR was trying to get me in trouble because I didn't come back to work, but literally I could not walk. I literally couldn't walk. I crawled around everywhere. I even crawled into my shower to walk. Like, it was awful, bro. I literally could not put any pressure on it. It was terrible. I've never had physical therapy. What is your religion, or is it personal? I prefer not to get into that. Because I don't know how, I don't like to talk about that kind of stuff. It's so bad we had to put a leash on him. Stop. What is the highest level of basketball that you played? Did you play? It was literally not very high at all. 7th grade, I tried out for my basketball team, and they did not give it to me. And I would argue at the time, and no one could attest to this because nobody would know me at the time, but I thought I was pretty good at basketball at the time because I played 3 years before that because my dad was a basketball player when he was growing up. I thought I was good at basketball. When I tried out for 7th grade, I did not make the team. And a lot of the guys told me that I should have made it over some of the people they did bring in. So literally the highest level of basketball I've played is not very high at all. Basketball genes is not what I have. I will hustle and play defense and get rebounds, but don't expect me to hit a shot. I'm gonna be honest. Like, once I got cut from the team, I just stopped playing. I gave up, which was not something you should do, but that's what happened when I did. What is your height? I'm 5'9". 5'10" with shoes on, though. Who's your favorite YouTuber? I don't know, man. It's hard to say. Crush, I'm 13 and I'm 5'8". You think if I grind, I'll be good? Bro, yeah, I don't have good. I'm not very tall at all. So if you're 13 and 5'8", you might have some good genetics. Loaf is one. I do like Loaf. You figured I was taller than 6 foot. No, I'm literally 5'9", bro. I'm not even gonna cap. Like, I know some people lie about their height. I'm not capping. I'm 5'9". Why are people asking me if I'm gay? I've seen someone ask me if I'm gay, and now someone's asking me if I have a boyfriend. Why are people asking me that? Do I look gay? You look like Eric Brandt's younger brother. Interesting. Crush the easiest person to dunk on, no cap. I have 2 kids. I don't know, man. You look like Kevin Herter. Okay. I've seen some. Someone has called me. Someone says I look like. Someone has told me I look like Davis Bertans. Someone has told me I look like Luka Doncic, and now Kevin Herter. Okay. Having kids doesn't mean you're straight. Okay. I guess that's true, but no, I'm not gay. If that's what you wanted to hear. I'm 24. Are your kids Blazers fans? I mean, they're both. Thank you, Nebula. I appreciate it, man. Chat is going crazy right now. I'm not going to lie. I'm getting some weird questions. You look like Al Capurro. That's another one that I've heard. Another one. You look like... I look like Julius Randle. All right. That's a new one. Austin Reeves times Hayward. All right. Julius Randle. All right, let's... I look like Winian Gabriel. Okay. I look like Julius Randle. Come on now. Stop. You kind of look like Obama. All right, we're going too far. Stop. You look like Dennis Schroeder. Kyle Lowry. Aldridge. Prime Randall or Prime MJ? I'm taking Prime Randall. Should we trade Ant? Which Ant? I see Oprah Winfrey. You look like Jake Paul. Steve Kerr look alike. Wemby is going to Shanghai Sharks. Look Crushables. You look like any Hansborough brother. DJ Khaled. Oh my goodness, bro. All right. I don't know what we're talking about anymore. We're going. This is this. What is a realistic NBA player comparison that would suit your skills? Draymond Green, I guess. I kind of look like LaMelo Ball. All right, you guys are funny. Thoughts on Dwight Howard recruiting players to Taiwan? They're good tweets. It's funny. I know they're just trolling. It's just funny. Keep Portland weird. What seed do you think the Rockets are going to be in the West next year if they get Harden and Wemby? Top 5. Bro, short and can't shoot L combo. You right, man. I'm gonna be honest. I am an L combo when it comes to the court. I'm not gonna act like I'm not. Why are your rebuilds so unrealistic? I don't know, guys. Why are my rebuilds so unrealistic? I don't know. I guess they are, man. Sorry. I'm an unrealistic rebuilder. What's your thoughts on the Hornets next season? Not a ton of thoughts unless if they improve the roster. I would argue that I try to be realistic, but some people aren't going to agree with what I do. So it is what it is. I mean, everyone's going to have their own opinion. Like, if I asked you, I don't know, give me a team, give me a player that I can make trade value of. Just name any player. Luka. Okay. If I asked someone, Curry, Bradley Beal, if I asked a Wizards fan, right? Bradley Beal is a perfect example. If I asked the Wizards fan, what would you trade Bradley Beal for? They'll be like, oh, we're not giving him up for blah, blah, blah. Like, we're going to have to get a lot for him. Just like any other fan with their favorite players are going to say That's not realistic. That's not realistic. You gave up too much. You gave up too little. I'm never going to be able to please anybody. Literally never going to be. It's impossible. Impossible to give everybody exactly what they think. It's impossible. Everyone has their own opinion. Like Anthony Simons, for instance. I think Anthony Simons would be a good trade piece in a trade. Some people may disagree with that. They might say Simons can't do anything. I had someone tell me they would rather have Mike Conley. Everyone has their own opinions. Some trades you make are wonky. Well, Big Cat, why don't you show me how it's done and you can make videos and show me how it's done, I guess. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. You can go, it's probably still there in my comment section in the blast, and I think it was the last Blazers video that I did. I'm not playing. I'm not trolling when I said this. I said that Simons and Shaedon Sharpe would be decent trade chips, and he said I would rather have Mike Conley over them. Not kidding. That was his actual opinion. I said, okay, I'm done with this conversation. Like, literally never did I think I would hear that. I actually want to see if I can find it. Because I'm not kidding. That was an opinion. It was one of the most wildest things I ever heard. I actually gave this guy the time of day, too, and then he told me that. I'm like, bro. Because usually when people are saying negative stuff, obviously I try not to respond. But, like, I don't know, bro. I don't even know if I can find it. Maybe it was in the Bucks video. I think it was in the Bucks video, actually. So, yeah, I think I did. Okay, I can understand if people disagree with this. Basically, what I did Simon, Shaedon Sharpe, the number 2 overall pick, Nasir Little, and draft picks for Giannis, which may not be enough. It may not be. I will understand. I will understand if you don't think that's enough. Someone said, give at least Grant or Nurkic in the trade. I was like, well, Grant is a free agent, so we technically can't do that. And then he said Nurkic. I don't think Nurkic is a guy that teams are begging to have. I just don't. I think Nurkic is mid at best. I don't think Nurkic is the guy that's going to push a trade over the top, right? Like, is Nurkic really that valuable of a trade piece around the league? Really? Like, is he? I don't think so. I don't think a ton of teams are lining up to want Nurkic's ability or services, which is fine. Like I said, I don't think Nurkic is a guy that moves the needle in a trade. He just isn't. And then down the line, where I gotta read this, bro. Where is it? It's gotta be here somewhere. Maybe it's in this other thread. Bro, I can't find it. Okay. Bro, where is it? I can't find it anymore. It's whatever. But yeah, he ended up telling me that he would rather have Mike Conley. That's the moral of that. That's the summarization of that. Yeah. Miles turned to Portland. That would be not a good combination with Grant and him, to be honest. Rebounding would be just non-existent. I'd rather have Valanciunas than Nurkic. That's fine. I can totally understand that. I honestly think there's I think Nurkic gets a little too much hate, but I know he's not anything special. Hi, Jacob. Hi. Love the Mavs rebuild. Thank you. Bro looks like Andrew. Don't know who that is. We are 40 minutes away. Harden to the Suns. Don't see that happening. Plus, I think if the Suns got Harden in a sign-in trade, it would hard cap them. So I don't think they could even really do that unless they want to fill out the rest of the roster. $40 minutes away from the Jazz getting the first pick. All right. Love the Knicks rebuild today. Thank you. See, like, you liked what I did. Some people were telling me what I did for trading Julius Randle was way too much, which I understand. Some people are going to disagree. I personally don't think a lot of people are going to be lining up to trade for Julius Randle this offseason. So I just felt like Randle's contract was not something everybody would want. You can't please everybody. That's right. Too Cool Productions. That's right. I'm glad I always got something to watch when I eat. Love to hear it, man. I love to freaking watch videos while I eat too, man. Something I do often as well. What do you think is the most irrelevant franchise? I think Pacers. I used to say Indiana, but not anymore. When I used to upload Pacers rebuilds back when they had Sabonis, Turner, LeVert, all of them, they literally never were. They were my videos. They'd be my worst ranked video, like out of 10. But now that they have Halliburton and Mathurin, I think they're a lot more fun. So I don't think they're irrelevant anymore. As far as who's the most irrelevant, honestly, I think Charlotte. If you had to make a case outside of LaMelo, there's not a lot of excitement there. Wizards is also a good one. Madden Mobile, that's not a bad one too. I hate doing top 5 players at the top of my head, Amari, unfortunately, because I'm always going to leave somebody out. Who you actually think is going to win the lottery? I mean, I'm hoping for Portland, but we'll see, man. I don't know. I appreciate it, Philip. Do you watch WWE? No, not anymore. I used to when I was younger, but don't watch it anymore. Pistons are going to win. Is the Adrian Harding actually subscribed? No, I don't think so. Do you know the Young Gravy song, Rick Roll sample song? I've also been told I look like Young Gravy. My wife tells me that all the time. That I look like Young Gravy, I guess. I like the Knicks rebuild. Thank you. The Mavericks really need this, please. I mean, you just got to hope the Mavericks even keep their pick, man, at this point, because that could fall to 11. I'm the wrong person to ask for that, Cool Time Savage. I'm not a prospect specialist, so probably shouldn't be asking me that because I have no idea. Top 5 Blazers of all time. Dame. Brandon Roy. Drexler. Sabonis. Probably leaving someone else out. I don't know. If the Mavs get 10 pick, I'll be happy either way. That's good. That's good. Walton. Yeah, Walton's another one. That's probably should have been the first, almost one of the first ones I said. Honestly. Who's going to win the chip this year? Well, it's either going to be Miami, Boston, Denver, or LA. Who? I don't know. That was a terrible answer, but that's my answer. Aldridge is better than Sabonis. Oh, yeah, Aldridge is another one. Totally forgot to talk about him. Do you know who Casual Hoops is? No, I do not, unfortunately. Do you think the Blazers trade their pick if they don't get number 1? Yes, I think there is a good chance that they do. Thoughts on Evan Turner? I will always appreciate Evan Turner for the Game 7 he gave us against Denver to get us to the conference finals. Would you rather keep Anthony or Shaden? Probably Shaden at this point. Do you have a dog? I had 2 at home at my mom's house, and they're still there. So technically, but not really, I guess. What is your opinion on Jalen Green? Not much of an opinion. I'm hoping Houston can start turning things around. Do you like seafood? I like shrimp and tuna, which I barely like tuna. So shrimp is like the only seafood that I eat, I think, honestly. Crouch and back. If you had to pick who was the biggest inspiration of your channel, it was probably Crispy Flakes. I think Crispy is probably my biggest inspiration at the time. Or CSB. CSB or Crispy. Both of them definitely had a huge involvement on my, getting into rebuilds. I don't know, Dustin. I don't know. What's your favorite NFL team? The Commanders. Do you know Jester? Of course. Of course I know Jester. Shout out Chris B and CSB OG Rebuilders. Facts, man. Kenny also was obviously, like, King of the fourth quarter was also obviously like a huge inspiration to me as well. But mostly Crispy and CSB and the Six Rings, of course, a little bit as well. Where Dame going? Brooklyn, Knicks, or stays? I'm going to say he stays. Would you consider a Dame trade for the first overall pick? I don't think whoever gets one is trading for a Dame, so no. All right. We're getting closer to that time. I love the way and how you do your rebuilds. Thank you, man. I try to be different from the rest. I try to keep it as realistic as I can. I know I don't always succeed, but I try. Who should the Knicks trade Randall for? I don't know, man. I don't even know what teams are lining up for Julius Randle. Opinion on Gary Payton II. I obviously am not a big fan of him since what he did to Portland, but can you do a rebuild series on 2K24? No, man. Once 2K24 drops, I'm done doing rebuilds. Just not going to do it. Of course, I will do a series on 2K24 when it drops. I'm already starting to lose my voice, bro. If the Blazers get two, who should they take? I mean, I guess if they had to take somebody, I would assume maybe Brandon Miller, but I feel like they trade that pick. Who is the most famous person in your contacts? Well, it's probably Dutch, though. Which you guys probably don't know who that is. So are they really famous? I don't know. City Boy / Jared. I already talked about that, so I don't really want to talk about it again. Exactly. Dustin, they're Hollywooding you, bro. You look like Rick Ass. Wow, okay. Do you live in Oregon? Unfortunately, no. I do not live in Oregon. I wish there was an NBA version of Football Manager. Rebuilds videos would be elite. I do Madden rebuilds. That's the closest to it. I have another channel for that. Shut up, Jared. How do you become a Blazers fan? My dad was a Blazers fan, so that was a huge part of it. And like one of the first NBA games that I watched was Blazers versus Rockets, when they still had Wesley Matthews and all of them. Are you from Washington? I'm not from Washington. Bucks on picks to get Dame. You're absolutely right, Jeffrey. Thank you. Jeffrey, thank you for being knowledgeable. Thank you. Because a lot of people just say, well, if Giannis and Dame are going to team up, the Bucks should get him. Okay, well, what are the Bucks giving up to get him? Nothing, because they don't have anything. Bucks fan here. Bobby Portis is the real MVP. I definitely can understand why you guys have an appreciation for Bobby Portis. I can understand that. You a baseball fan? No. Crosby, we got one important fact about Dame going to the Bucks. We have Cronin. I don't even think Cronin is stupid enough to give up what the Bucks would be able to offer. You like Massa? Yeah, I do Massa's thumbnails, actually. Who's the Celtics' next coach? What do you mean? The Celtics are going to be keeping Joe Mazzulla, probably. What do you think of NHL? I don't watch hockey. Hopefully Portland gets Wemby. That'd be sick. That's what we're hoping for. That's what we're hoping for. Ime Udoka's hours. Is the lottery quick? It's 30 minutes. The lottery lasts 30 minutes, I believe. Thoughts on Gabe Vincent? He's played pretty well in these playoffs. He's had some good games. Lots of people in the DV, the Sixers, the Heat, but not the Wizards. I hate how the Wizards are running it back another year with Wes Unseld while there's so many elite coaches in the market. That is exactly what Blazers fans are saying about Chauncey Billups, so I feel your pain. What's your opinion on Jaylen Brown to the Rockets? I don't see it happening. I think Boston will be re-signing him, especially since he made an All-NBA team. And if they make it to the NBA Finals, win a championship, I especially think he stays. Do a rebuild of whoever gets Wemby, okay? Yeah, absolutely. We'll be uploading it tomorrow. We got potentially a great offense. West doesn't know how to run it. JB to the Blazers. Probably not happening. You to GOAT. Thank you. What would it take for you to trade Dame and be happy? Really good assets in return. A good package. Do not go Wemby. Wemby is like Greg Oden trash. All right, stop. Which team should have the worst? What team would have the worst fit with Wemby? I don't know if there is a team because I think Wemby could play the 4 if you need him to. Sounds like I know most. Wow, I just realized, Jared, I saw you change your profile picture, and I did not realize that was me until now. So yeah, I like it. Thank you. Jokic to the Knicks if Denver falls. City boy tripping. That's one of my friends in real life, so he's fine, I guess. He was just here literally like, I don't know, 2 hours ago. We just recorded a podcast, so. I have a feeling that Wemby is a bust. I don't know, man. I mean, it could happen, technically. Change it to Fatter Crush. I gotta make sure my headphones are absolutely charged for this, so I'm not gonna turn these on. What's up? Giannis was a bust until he put on mass. Define bust, right? You look like Dylan Weinler. All right, that's another one I never heard before. You're going to do anything if the Blazers get the first pick? I don't know what I'm going to do, man. Don't know what I'm going to do. I guess we'll find out if it happens, right? Are Lakers going to win? I don't know. We shall see. I got Denver, though. I think this is Denver's year. Call Eric on Discord? No, they're busy setting up at that thing right now. I don't think he wants to hear from me at this moment. Lakers and the Heat back at it. We shall see. Yes, Jared, to your question. It's my grandfather. I got my family supporting me. Love to see it. You hear that the Knicks and Blazers are talking about Dame? No, that's not true. I personally think Jaylen Brown will force his way out of Boston to Houston to be with Udoka. Ah, I see what you're saying there. Crush around to the street and yell Wemby. Okay, I got you. Kings trade OG Anunoby. Kings trade for OG Anunoby this offseason. I think that's a decent idea for them. You look like Peyton Pritchard. There's another one I've never heard. We don't want Dame. We got Brunson. I love that answer, Alex. I think Dame and Brunson would be a wonky fit anyway, so yeah. Jason, what are you talking about? Could Nuggets technically get Wemby? No. How much time till the start? It starts in 27 minutes. Is Damon Wemby championship worthy? If they surround them with talent and Wemby is all he's hyped out to be, then I think so. But you're going to have more pieces than just that, obviously. If the Celtics lose, Jaylen Brown would probably pull a James Harden and probably go to Houston. We shall see. Jason, it made me laugh. That was funny. No one's ever said that, so it was kind of funny. Grant Williams to the Blazers. Who knows? We almost had Fred VanVleet. Imagine the 5: Drew, Fred VanVleet, Middleton, Giannis, and Lopez. That would have been fun. Bunch of unicorns. If Williams goes to the Thunder, I'm going to lose it all. You look like someone I know named Crushables. Well, that would be me. Anthony Bennett to the Wemby. Do you think Warriors will trade Jordan Poole? I think there's a chance they try. We shall see. I think the Blazers need an upgrade for Nurkic. They do, but realistically, I don't know who they would get. Unfortunately. Unless you're getting like Embiid, obviously, then you replace Nurkic. But I just don't know if there's a bunch of guys that we could get that would replace him. Because Nurkic is nothing special, but he's not one of the worst centers in the league, right? At least in my opinion. I think his value is a little underrated. I think Blazers fans hate him. Like, it's kind of unfortunate how much they hate him. Because I think if there's anyone else out there, it's not going to be as good as it could. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I think Nurkic gets a little too much hate. That's all I'm saying. Draft lotteries in 25 minutes. Thoughts? I don't even know how to say that name, Iowa State, so I don't have thoughts on him. Let's be honest, that Jordan Poole shot for his LA was horrible, and he's still like 10 seconds. Cannot get over that. Yeah, I actually fell asleep during that game, so yeah, but I woke up to that. That was pretty crazy. I'd say Porzingis over Nurkic. Well, yeah, I would too, Cobra Kai, but how are we getting Porzingis? It's not. I don't think we can invest assets to go get Porzingis. Yes. Okay, so all the people ask me if I would replace Nurkic. Yes, I would. But we only have so many assets. So why upgrade your assets for a center upgrade when we have a mid center when you can get an upgrade at one of your forward spots, which is what you actually need? Because we don't have a starting small forward. We just don't. At least Nurkic can start at center and be decent enough. I'm not saying he's anything crazy, but at least he'd be decent enough. Who do you think the Bucks should do this offseason? I don't know, man. The Bucks don't have a ton of options. Unless they're blowing it up, I don't know what they're going to do. Really hard to say. Would you rather have Nurkic or Gobert? Easily Nurkic because he's a lot cheaper. If they made the same amount of money, give me Gobert, I guess. Isn't the draft lottery 8:30? No, it's in literally 23 minutes. Bucks could maybe get Van Vliet. Maybe. It'd be really hard to pull that off. We'll see. Lottery is at 8. Thoughts on some people taking Scoot Victor? I just don't have any thoughts for it. It's at 5. Yeah, for you it's at 5. For me it's at 7. And for other people it's at 8. Time zones are a beautiful thing. Are you going to show the picks live on stream? No, I cannot show the lottery. I would get banned. So I can't do that. I will be showing the audio, or I'll be playing the audio. Come back and tell me who gets it. I shall do so. I will legit pay Adam Silver to rig it for DC. Wemby is a Spur today. What's your favorite player other than Dame? I don't know. It's a good question. I can't say. Crossballs is from Minnesota. Unfortunately, I'm not. What do you think of Nurkic's defense? I think it's a little underrated. It's nothing like top 10. It's not like not top of the league or anything, but I think his defense with him on the floor makes a lot more of an impact than when he's not on the floor, I guess. The lottery is 30 minutes. It only takes 30 minutes. Guess where I'm from? I'm going to assume you're from Iowa State or Iowa, I guess. Thank you, Thomas. Appreciate it. Should Clippers blow it up? They should, but they won't. Best of luck at the lottery. Thank you. Embiid for Şengün at #1 if they get it. If the Blazers jump to 1, then I expect them to trade it for the Raptors or Bulls for Siakam or DeMar DeRozan. Liam, that is the worst, most disgusting thing I've ever heard. Who on earth is trading #1 for DeMar DeRozan? I'm sorry, that's just not happening. I would throw up if the Blazers did something like that. And we can't even trade for DeMar DeRozan or Siakam without giving up Anthony Simons, probably. Actually, yeah, I think 100% we couldn't do that. So we'd be giving up 1 and Simons for DeMar Siakam. That's literally stupid. And plus more than that. Wow, man. It's about to be reality soon, man. My nerves have not hit yet. I think when it starts, I will definitely be super nervous, though. Best running mate to pair with Dame, in your opinion? I mean, dream scenario would be Giannis, but probably unrealistic. I'm the Bulls, and I'd give y'all DeMar for Simons. Well, yeah, if I'm a Bulls fan, I would do that too. But no, thank you. I do not want DeMar DeRozan. The lottery starts in 20 minutes. The lottery's on League Pass? I don't think it is. I think that's cap. I think you're lying. I'm gonna be honest. If it is, though, maybe you're not lying. Maybe it is. It is? Okay. If it's on League Pass, that's cool. I didn't know if it actually was. That's cool. If it is, that's awesome. I'll be watching it on ESPN. But who is still paying for League Pass right now? You're supposed to cancel League Pass once the season ends. Do you think Wemby attracts elite talent to Portland? I don't know. Don't think so. Portland doesn't have the ability. I have YouTube TV as well, Danger Dark. But Portland doesn't have the ability to sign free agents, like star free agents anyway. You should be studying for my test right now. You know, we all procrastinate sometimes. I used to be a big procrastinator back when I was in school, so I can understand that. Best draft fit for the Blazers other than Wemby? I don't know, man. It's hard for me to answer that because I'm just not a prospect guy. I don't watch college basketball enough to be speaking on it. Will lottery be free on TNT or YouTube? I'm sure it'll be uploaded after to YouTube, but I don't think it'd be free live. The Blazers need to trade their picks, including Simon, for better players like Jaylen Brown or Laurie. Do you think if you get #1, you trade Dame and rebuild? No, I don't think so. I think if we get #1, that only helps Dame stay. I followed KD since I started liking NBA. He will retire soon. What team should I start liking? Well, you've probably liked, what, 4 teams now? It's hard for me to pick for you. Blake Monk to the Blazers. I don't think the Kings give him up. He was such a huge, impactful player for them. First time live viewer. I've seen you made a Kings rebuild 2 weeks ago. Do you think they made it past first or second round next season? I hope they draft Murray's brother. I could see them making it pass. I mean, they surprised a lot of people this season, so I don't see why not. Blazers basically wasted Dame and Aldridge half of their career. Unfortunately, yes, the Blazers have not done enough. It really does suck. It's been front office incompetence and ownership. Well, not ownership when Paul Allen was still alive, but Neil O'Shea was, yeah, just not it. Unfortunately, man. Unfortunately. Got 18 more minutes till it actually starts. What was your grades in school? In high school, I was a mid student. I didn't really try that hard, but I did get my associate's degree with a 3.6 GPA, which is really good for me because, like I said, I was a lazy high school student, or just a lazy student in general. Just tune in. The Blazers get #1. Is it more of a reason to trade Dame and kickstart the rebuild with bonding him out massively? I don't think so. I think if you get one that only helps Dame, I don't think that hurts it. Would the Blazers trade for Ayton? No. Blazers and Wizards are basically the same teams in different conferences. No, I disagree with that. I think the Wizards are, well, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't disagree with that because, you know what? You're onto something. I'll just agree. I would disagree because the Blazers have made the playoffs the last 9 years before these last 2 years. The Wizards have not done that. That's where I would disagree, I guess, but I'd rather have Ayton than Nurkic. Yeah, maybe, but I don't think it's that much of an upgrade where you'd give up assets to do so. Have you placed any bets for the Nuggets and Lakers game? I have not. Not tonight. I haven't. Ayton is so overrated. Yeah, I think Ayton is getting a touch overrated. I mean, if you saw giving up on his team like that, man, like that turns me off to wanting to trade him. If the Blazers got number 1, would you trade for Giannis? I would consider it. I would consider it. If Giannis is on the table, you'd have to consider it. What are your thoughts looking back at the CJ trade? I still don't think we got enough for him, but we somehow turned it into Jeremy Grant, I guess. So whatever. And then I think we turned it into a little bit more, but I would have loved if they could have gotten Trey Murphy or Herb Jones from them on top of CJ, obviously Josh Hart as well. But I guess it is what it is. So we essentially traded CJ McCollum for Jeremy Grant and the 23rd overall pick, if I'm not mistaken, because we turned Josh Hart into the 23rd overall pick. So I don't know. Thoughts on Grizzlies in the future? It's definitely gonna be an interesting future with the whole Ja Morant thing. So we shall see, bro. Be honest, the Blazers would be nice. Absolutely. 15 minutes, man. Bro. My nerves, like I said, have not hit yet. But it's going to hit soon. Are going to show the draft. I cannot, Yusuf. Unfortunately, I cannot show it. I would get banned immediately. Thank you, Benny Yummy. If you were in 2K, what do you think your overall is going to be? Probably a 58. That might be too lenient. 40. Bulls would bring back Vooch back, then trade for Ayton. Ja Morant will probably spend the entire offseason in therapy. Yeah, we'll see what happens with him, man. If honestly, in my opinion, tell me if I'm being too strict. Should Ja Morant be suspended for the whole next season? Is that crazy? Like for the whole season next year? Or is that too crazy? Is that too harsh? I could see him being suspended for the whole season. I'm not going to lie. You cannot have my bathwater because I only take showers. The water's already in the drain, so how are you going to get it? Isaac, I'm stressing too, man. Well, not yet. I'm going to be nervous when it actually starts, I think. Jokic over under 10.5 assists. Oh, gosh, man. I don't want to answer that for you because if I'm right, then... if I get it wrong, then I don't want to be the person you can blame. So I don't have any bets for tonight because I've been kind of focused on the stream and everything else I was doing today. So I would hate to answer that and be wrong. So I'm sorry. I got the Lakers, screw the Nuggets. All right. What do you hope if you don't get Wemby? Who do you hope if you don't get Wemby? I just hope we get a top 4 pick so we can have it as a good trade value. Trade chip. Be back in 10. All right, Swiper. I shall see you. I'm losing my voice. Ja's going to mess around and become a Shanghai Sharks legend. Yeah. How long was Gilbert Arenas' suspension for bringing a gun to the locker room? Okay, I think that's a little different. Bringing an actual gun to the locker room, I think, is insane. Obviously, maybe Ja Morant was doing that, but he was never caught doing that as far as I know. But like bringing it to where you work is totally different than I guess flexing it on Instagram is not great either. Don't get me wrong, but like the threat of bringing that to work is not good. That's a good point, EB23. Will the Warriors trade for a star? I mean, maybe. But I feel like we've been saying that for a while and they've never done anything, right? What commercial do I have on? What commercial do I have on right now? It's a YouTube TV commercial, so I don't know if I'd have the same commercial as you. I'm right now enjoying the Zen. I'm enjoying the Zen. Let's say Blazers get for a trade for OG. I think that's the last guy I want, but it's definitely a possibility. We lit. Zen hits different. Absolutely, Dustin. Absolutely. OG is too valuable. Are you a Raptors fan saying that? Are you guys both Raptors fans saying that? Because if you're a Raptors fan, I understand why you're saying that now. But hey, like I said earlier, it all goes back to everyone has their own opinions. All right, maybe I should start unmuting. I don't know if they're going to start. They're about to. It's starting in 10 minutes. Let's see.
Draft lottery. Guys, let's just show everybody some of the look at him. Earlier today, he played a game in France, and just give everyone a
let's
little bit
see
of a
some
peek
Wemby
here,
highlights. I can't show them, obviously.
So he's 7'4", which means he's taller than Giannis. He's facing up shooting with a 7'9" wingspan, looking like he's Kevin Durant.
That his left hand just then?
That's his left. He's shooting one-leg threes. He's blocking shots, changing shots.
Victor Wembanyama,
he's a franchise-changing, generational talent.
He's going to change the place, the city, the metropolitan mood where he plays. There's going to be a party every night, 41 times a year. Plus
I may have to not look at chat when it starts because I have some feeling some weirdo will want to spoil things. So I might ignore chat like when it starts 100%, unfortunately. Until we get down to the top 4, then I'll look again. So I may minimize. All right, it's going to commercial, so I'm gonna mute. But yeah, when it starts, I may not read chat because I don't want any spoilers, and I just have a feeling somebody's gonna be that weird. So, what's the lowest that the Blazers can fall is to pick 9, which has like a slim chance of happening. So if we fell to 9, I'm out the door. I'll even just leave the stream going all night. I just will leave. I won't even stop the stream. I'll just leave a blank room, and people will be confused on why that's been going on for 9 hours with nothing happening. So yeah, if we fall to pick 9, I'm gonna be a very upset man. That's impossible, Annika. Cannot get to 14. Yo, how's the fitness journey going? It's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. I have my good days and my bad days, you know. That's a lot I could get into when it comes to that stuff. But I still go to the gym and I still have fun with it, so. Wait, if the Celtics trade for Jaylen Brown, Horford, Marcus Smart for Ant and Brown. Or Ant and Towns. I don't see that happening. Don't think the Timberwolves will trade Anthony Edwards. Hey, Crush, remember, y'all jumping up to 1 of you running outside and yelling Wemby. Hopefully. Is there any team you'd hate to see go top 4? Probably New Orleans. I guess that's a team I would hate to see go top 4. Can you give me 15 push-ups right now? Well, we got 8 minutes. 15 push-ups? I don't know, man. Do I want to tire myself out? 15 push-ups for Wemby. Also, if you do not grade my push-up form, all right? I don't know, man. Do I want to do push-ups right now? I don't really want to do push-ups. I'm not doing push-ups. I'm sorry. Lazy, not gonna lie. All right. For the content, I got you. Okay, you guys can see me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Wemby. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 for Wemby. 15. One more for Wemby. 16. We did it. All right, let's go.
Professional sports. A number of executives who will be in the room
Thank you,
tonight,
IBR HQ.
who are in this draft lottery tell me that they believe he could be the best player at both the offensive and defensive ends by his 3rd season in the NBA.
Wow.
Yeah, and when I see him, all the players have been on notice for a year. You hear players around the league, and not just, guys from Europe. You hear LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Giannis. He's a created player. We talk about that. He's got all the size, all the skill. And what I love about it is he's already been a professional in Europe. Here, he's doing things we've never seen before. Shooting a fadeaway 3 and tip dunking. He's got all the tools, and they've all been compiled in something we've never seen.
I mean, that's what I would say too, right? Whether you pick video game or your favorite Hall of Famer, your favorite basketball player, let's all get this pot for all the things that we want in it, and we have it in the 7'5" form of this young man. I'm so excited, and I love his preparation to get to this point.
When LeBron James is calling you an alien, then you know that this kid is truly from outer space. Great perspective on everyone. I can't wait to see where he is going to be headed in just over an hour. But shifting now to some sad news that the NBA world is reacting to. Nick Gilbert, the son of Cavaliers governor Dan Gilbert, he passed away just over a week ago. And
sad.
Gilbert, he was diagnosed as a child with neurofibromatosis. It's a genetic condition that causes non-cancerous tumors to grow on the brain, the spinal cord, and the skin. And unfortunately, there is no cure for this condition. Now, Nick, he was a fixture at the draft lottery with his signature bow tie representing the Cavaliers on multiple occasions, including the 2011 and 2013 lotteries where the Cavaliers
It's hard to get
won.
pumped when they're talking
Nick
about something
Gilbert,
sad
who's
right
just
now.
26 years old and is missed by the
Dang,
entire
bro. Dude was
NBA
only 2 years older than me. Wow, that sucks, bro. Just goes to show you can't take life for granted. But I don't want to get all sad right now.
Admit it.
All right, it's back at commercials, so I'm muting again. All right, now that the sad news is out of the way. Victor Wembanyama, where's he going? Oh, ooh, the nerves are going to hit soon, man. Who's there to rep the Blazers? It's Brandon Roy, bro. Brandon Roy is repping the Blazers. You know, the last time Brandon Roy represented Portland, we got the #1 overall pick, so. Oh, well, let's see how this goes. Where's going into the lottery without a GM? Oh, man, that is tough. What team do you think Bronnies would land on in the 2024 draft? That's literally impossible for me to answer, Wolfie. I'm sorry, I can't answer that. Because, like, I don't know who's going to be drafting. I don't even know what LeBron James' draft value will be at. Or Bronny James, I should say. Bro, this is literally happening. All right, one more. Okay, actually, good job, Dusto. I don't know, man. I'm going to do it. I'll be right back. One more, and I'll be back. And this last time I'm leaving. Did we get Wemby yet? All right. Lock it in. Bro. If we get Victor Wembanyama tonight. Oh. I missed it. Oh. Holy moly, bro. Wemby, 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 Wemby. Bro, I'm like, honestly, it's just so crazy because like anything can happen tonight, right? It's just wild.
LinkedIn. Find jobs, career advice, and community. Find your in.
For LeBron James, it's an even dozen conference finals appearance. This one is tonight in Denver. The Lakers and Nuggets were getting set for game one. Once upon a time, he was the phenom everyone was talking about. Tonight, we find out where Victor Wembanyama will next call home. And he's not the only one. Scoot Henderson getting set to find out. Brandon Miller getting set to find out where the ping pong balls will land them all. Jalen, how we feeling? Pistons right in that middle of that mix.
I feel great.
Count down the lottery, 15 seconds.
Pick 3 times, and one of them happened to be my biological father.
All right, we'll see what winds up happening. We'll be back right before we tip off game one, but it's time for the lottery in Chicago.
Oh my goodness. Nerves are about to hit. The heart is about to beat.
Welcome to the NBA Draft Lottery presented by State Farm.
The way the ball bounced.
Last year I got copyrighted because of a song.
Orlando Magic will pick first. Shaquille O'Neal from...
Actually, it's fine.
The NBA Draft Lottery, where a team can get the answer to their prayers.
Sensational move from Allen Iverson. Do you love this game?
Where a king finds his new court.
LeBron James with an education in elevation.
This isn't your ordinary lottery. Many hope for the first pick. But tonight, there's only one victor.
He's for sure a generational talent. Chico type vibe. You gotta get ready for this kid.
The NBA Draft Lottery, where history falls into place.
Welcome to Chicago, the city of big shoulders, and tonight, big expectations. The legend of Air Jordan, the third pick in the 1984 draft, it still resides along Rush Street and beyond. And the shadows of Miracle Mile, 14 lottery teams and promising prospects, they pray for a miracle.
Yama man, thank you for subscribing.
And half a world away, across the Atlantic, those hopes, they rest squarely on the shoulders of a potential heir, Victor Wembanyama, the consensus top pick, who in mere minutes will have his NBA home mapped out. And how often do you see a #1 pick playing in a game on the same day they will find out their fate in the NBA, as you can see here? And after 2 a.m. in Paris, France, there he is with his family, waiting to find out where he may be headed. Welcome to the 39th annual NBA Draft Lottery presented by State Farm, coming to you live from McCormick Place, Chicago. And folks, this is without question one of the most highly anticipated nights in draft lottery history. Hello, I'm Malika Andrews alongside our senior NBA insider Adrian Wojnarowski, NBA analyst Monica.
Pistons, Rockets, Spurs, Hornets, Blazers, Magic, Pacers, Wizards, Jazz, Mavericks, Bulls, Thunder, Raptors, Pelicans.
Has said, not only, my friends, does he have a chance to be an MVP in this league, but also one of the players of this generation. So let's start there, Woj, and set the table here. How exactly, comparatively, when you talk about hype of other players, does Victor compare?
Malika, this has a chance to be one of the most consequential nights
it's 30 minutes.
in the history of the NBA. It's 7'5", 19 years old. Victor Wembanyama is not only the greatest draft prospect in the history of the NBA, he may be the greatest prospect in the history of team sports. A number of executives who are in the room tonight who are waiting on those bouncing balls in the lottery, they tell me that they believe Wembanyama could be the best player in the NBA on both the offensive and defensive ends
by his 3rd season in the league.
Do you hear the expectations for this guy, though?
About this guy, he pulls out a move.
These are crazy expectations.
Monica, where would you like to see him land?
All right, so there's 3 teams that get me excited, y'all, and I'll start with Orlando. This is a young squad. You think about Paolo Banchero coming off that Rookie of the Year award-winning season. This is a group that has lots of high
The
energy.
reveal is in 13 minutes, it says on the broadcast.
Fantastic. Also think about Charlotte, and that would be LaMelo Ball pairing, right? Like these 2 young men who have taken the
Barry,
internet
you have a
by
good
storm,
point.
and of course, therefore, the basketball world as well. But lastly, guys, in terms of immediate impact, I think about the Portland Trail Blazers and how badly the star, the multi-time All-Star and All-NBA team selection, Damian Lillard, needs some help. If this young man is to be compared to LeBron James, LeBron in his first year was 21-6-6. If he could go to Portland and do that, that would make a difference for the Trail Blazers.
Well, the Trailblazers, they have about a 10.5% chance to land that #1 overall pick, and we know Victor said it on NBA Today. He doesn't think there is any wrong destination for him, Richard, but you played in the league for 17 years. You won an NBA championship. Let's evaluate his game a little bit.
Well, his game is impressive because the only thing that you can really ask for him to do is gain strength. That's the only area of his game that right now he's not as impactful, but where he's lacking in
Jessica,
strength,
thank you for subscribing.
He has a ton of other upsides that everyone should focus on. His ability to block shots and impact in one way. Look at this. This is a play that in all my years of basketball I've never seen. A guy
Dame has already said that Wembanyama is a different story, Rush, so that's not true.
It comes to so many facets of the game, and I think the entire league has been put on notice, and they are waiting for him to show up.
Well, he also prides himself in being available, right? You can see him there at his party in France waiting to find out where he's headed, but he's played in every game for Metropolitan 92. He is in Paris, but Scoot Henderson of the G League Ignite, Alabama's Brandon Miller, they are here in Chicago. So, Richard, let's talk a little bit about their games, and let's start here with Scoot.
Well, Scoot is so impressive. If you wanted to give a comp, think about a De'Aaron.
They're not revealing the actual pick until for like another 11 minutes, it says. So this is literally just going to be talking about it at this point.
He could be an elite defender. Think about a Marcus Smart. But if you want to pick at him, you would say, hey, look, he needs to improve his shot. He's got good mechanics, but ultimately he looks like he's ready to be an impact guard in this league. And then we're going to switch to Brandon Miller. This man, 6'9".
They're doing the hype about the prospects, I guess.
He can already shoot the 3 off the dribble. He's a catch and shoot guy. So look, he can play in a system. He could be featured in a system. He's got the elite athleticism, and he's able to really impact the game in multiple areas.
Well, I know that I was hooked watching that game in Las Vegas where Scoot and Victor Wembanyama went head-to-head, and then obviously Brandon
Spencer,
Miller,
thank you for subscribing.
The SEC Player of the Year for a reason. Woj, though, Miller's name did surface in court
Scoot's
testimony.
definitely not going 1, 2, or 3.
Teammate and another man who were indicted for capital murder in the fatal shooting of 23-year-old Jamia Harris in January. Now, the University of Alabama has described Miller here as a cooperating witness. How are teams factoring that in?
Malika, teams have already spent a lot of time and resources on that particular event and the background of Brandon Miller. And what I'm getting back from those organizations is not only do they not find anything that they would consider disqualifying to select Brandon Miller, they are finding a young man who they say is mature, focused, whose character and his habits are actually an asset in their evaluation of him. Certainly once the draft board is up and we see who's picking 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, they're going to dig in even more. But right now, Brandon Miller is very much in play to be the 2nd overall pick in this draft.
I mean, clearly he's going to be a top 3 center. And it just depends on the needs, as Richard described, of which team falls second.
I think he could play the 4 or center.
Goes into those spots. And among the prospects in the ball,
kind of like Porzingis.
We also have twin brothers. We have Amen and Asar Thompson. They played for the City Reapers.
It's 30 minutes.
Overtime elite. They're both very likely to hear their names called early on. So, Richard, let's walk through each of their games.
Well, look, they're two-way players.
I don't know if anybody else makes an impactful difference like Wemby does.
They both have the athleticism. Amen. Look, when you look at what he can do, he is a willing passer. He affects the game
PW and Stir,
with
bro,
his athleticism, his
for
ability to finish. And look, I like the way they play. When you think about the needs for wings, especially 3-and-D players, they can be.
I see what you're saying, Fallen, but
early on,
I don't think GMs think like that.
Off the dribble 3. I don't see a lot of holes in either of their games. I just see areas of improvement. They can improve their hand, but they have a high basketball
because it's easy.
IQ.
It's easy for you to say that in your position situation right now, obviously. But if you're a GM, which is a low security job, you know how dumb you would look if you did not take the most obvious prospect that everyone's hyping up and he turns out to be good. Like, it's easy to say that, right?
I am indeed, Malika. All right, just so the folks know who
but like, if you didn't take him and he turned out to be really good, then you would look really stupid and you're probably getting fired.
You might land on draft day. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. This is a blessing. You know, it's a dream I had since I was young, and it's just the beginning of the dream. And I feel like he feels the same. I'm super excited. You know, I feel super excited. I'm just excited for the process in general. You know.
All right, Asar, so let's talk about the process. We want to get the scouting reports that you guys have for
Ball Hawk is exactly right, just like Zion. Zion was the right pick 100%. If the Pelicans didn't take him at 1,
you can't take my mic.
My bad, I'm sorry.
David Griffin would have looked stupid.
In your brother?
Teams are getting a super twitchy, athletic player, you know.
Zion was still the right pick.
On defense, amazing facilitator. So, yeah.
Love that. All right. What are teams getting in your brother, Asar? Amen.
What they getting with Asar, they're getting a great shot maker, great facilitator. You laugh. Great defender.
These Thompson twins are really nervous, I can tell.
Any team will be blessed to have that.
I know how important family is to you guys. How special is it that you guys get to share this journey together?
You know, it's super special. I always have someone on my side, someone who's got my back, and someone who just pushes me every day. So there's no one else I'd rather do it with.
I would be too, Barry. You are right. I would be nervous too. So
Amen Thompson,
you're not wrong.
Thompson, guys, back over to you.
Monica, thank you so much. We'll see if that friendliness lasts when they're facing
no
off
picks have been revealed yet. They won't be revealed for another 6 minutes and 50 seconds.
Pistons, the Houston Rockets, San Antonio Spurs. They have the best odds to land that top spot. All three of those teams, they have a 14% chance to walk away with that coveted #1 pick. And then you can see the rest of the lottery, how it shakes out here. You can see how the percentages are. And remember, it is not always the team with the
They probably were. I wouldn't be surprised if this stream gets copyrighted because of a song they were playing. It happened to me last year.
Chance that year, the pick they used to draft Zion Williamson. Well, the moment
they're revealing the representatives.
Been waiting for it is almost here. The representatives of
Brandon
the 14
Roy
teams in the lottery. They are taking their seats, and when we come back,
I think it's going to commercial.
And
then we're all right. This is it. Oh my goodness.
To be revealed. That's
commercial right now, boys. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'll probably be going live for the actual draft. Wow, bro. One more commercial and we find out. One more commercial and we find out. Holy moly. This is gonna be, bro, my heart's not pounding yet. My heart is not pounding just yet. Oh man. By the way, when they start revealing the draft order, I'm hiding chat. I don't care. I'm hiding chat. And then once it goes to commercial, again, we can talk. But I think they're going to introduce the representatives first, and then I'm hiding chat. Man, this is going to be crazy. I'm on the edge of my seat. Love to hear it. Is anybody else live right now? Yeah, there's a lot of people. All right. Do you know the flight mic? Yes, I've heard of him. Oh, man. You think Dylan Brooks to Portland would be a smart move? No. Unless if he just, like, changes his attitude, then I don't see it. I just want a good organization to get #1 pick. Define good organization. Oh, man. My nerves haven't hit yet, which is weird. Barry, I agree. They start with the 14th pick. 14th. They start from the bottom. I've been good, basketball cut. How are you? Is the lottery rigged? Some people believe so, and others people don't. So apparently, Firm does it. Why do you have a Derrick Henry poster? Because I do Madden rebuilds, goofy. See, I got the football poster, and then I got the NBA poster, but we're back. Let's focus up. All right, here we go.
By State Farm, and while teams picking early, they normally have the advantage in the draft. Nikola Jokic, the 41st pick in the 2014 draft. It is proof that stars can be found no matter where they are selected. He's a two-time MVP, and his Denver Nuggets, they are back in the Western Conference Finals for the second time in 4 years. Game 1 against LeBron James and the Lakers is coming up after the conclusion of the lottery. So here it is, a look at the room where it happens. About an hour ago, the actual lottery drawing, it took place in here. Once inside, the representatives, they must give up their cell phones. They're sequestered in that room until the results are revealed here tonight. There are actually about 19 media members that are in attendance, including our very own Zach Lowe, as well as a representative from each lottery team.
Reveal in 2 minutes, boys.
Well, it's almost that time to reveal those lottery results. But first, let's take a look at our headlines, because there is a lot of talented prospects in this draft, but there seems to be little debate, right, that Francis Victor Wembanyama will be the top overall picks. The team with the best chances to walk away with the rights to draft him, they are the Detroit Pistons,
Woj.
the Houston Rockets, the San Antonio Spurs. All three teams have a 14% chance to be awarded the first overall pick. And there are also some trades that we need to tell you about. Orlando likely to end tonight with 2 lottery picks, including Chicago.
Revealed
State.
in a minute
However,
and 20 seconds.
If the Bulls move up into the top 4 of tonight's lottery, they will keep that pick. As for the Dallas Mavericks, if their pick slides from 10th, that's where they're projected, and lands anywhere from 11 to 14, their pick will go to New York as a result of the Kristaps.
I'm surprised they're not introducing everybody. I thought they did that. But maybe they'll do it in under a minute, because it says reveal is in 1 minute.
Protect this positioning. Now it's time to meet the representatives
now they're doing
who
it.
are on stage tonight.
All right, boys, I'm hiding chat.
Orleans
I'm hiding
is
chat.
Executive Vice
I'll be
President of
back when we go to
basketball
commercial.
operations, David Griffin, the man who was on stage in 2019 when the Pelicans won.
Thank you, Andrew Miller, for
Zion
subscribing.
Williamson Live.
I'm hiding chat.
Toronto has sent General Manager Bobby Webster, and representing Oklahoma City is amateur evaluation.
And when I
scout
mean by
College
hiding chat, it means I won't be looking at chat. You guys can obviously still talk in the chat, but I won't be
Chicago
looking.
Has sent Dalen Terry, who was the 18th pick in last year's NBA
Here we go.
draft, and representing Dallas is General Manager and
Actually-
President of Basketball Operations Nico Harrison. Utah has sent Colin Sexton, who just finished his first
You guys
season
can
with
still
the
talk,
Jazz
but I
and
won't be
was the
looking.
8th pick in the 2018 draft. And then representing Washington is head coach Wes Unseld Jr. Indiana has sent Tyrese Halliburton, who was selected to his first NBA All-Star game this season. And representing Orlando, head coach Jamal Mosley, who was on the podium here last year when the Magic were awarded the first pick. They are hoping to have similar luck here tonight. And then Portland has sent
Brandon
Roy,
Roy.
a 3-time NBA All-Star during his tenure with the Blazers. And representing Charlotte, Mark Williams, who was the 15th pick in the 2022 draft. As for
Mark
San
Williams doesn't even
Antonio,
look
they
excited
have
to be
sent
there.
Managing partner Peter J. Holt. Houston has sent new head coach Ime Udoka.
Ime Udoka?
And finally, representing Detroit is 2000
Ben Wallace.
NBA champion Ben Wallace, who is also a member of the Pistons front office. All right.
All right, man.
Here we go. That is NBA Senior Vice President and Chief
Okay.
Security Officer Leon Newsom. He is escorting the only man in this entire ballroom who knows the results of the draft lottery, Mark Dielli from the accounting firm of Ernst & Young, who is delivering the sealed envelopes to the podium. But now, the time has
Oh my
come.
gosh.
Here is the NBA Deputy Commissioner and Chief Operating Officer Mark Tatum, who will reveal the order of the lottery picks for the 2023 NBA Draft.
Thank you, Malika, and good luck, everyone. The 14th pick in the 2023
New Orleans.
NBA Draft, presented by State Farm, will be made by the New Orleans Pelicans. The 13th pick belongs to the Toronto Raptors.
Oh, wait. Okay. I thought Thunder were 13. I was like, wait, no way.
Picking 12th will be
Thunder, right? Yes, okay.
the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Thunder don't jump
no
up.
surprises yet. Pick still going according to form.
Okay.
The 11th pick in the NBA draft will go to...
Oh my gosh, someone jumped. Oh no, that's
receives
Bulls.
this
Bulls.
pick from Chicago due to the Nikola
Oh my,
Vucevic
I thought
trade.
Magic just jumped up. Okay.
Pick number 10 will be made by...
Number 10. Dallas.
Dallas
So Dallas kept their pick.
Dallas will
Barely.
keep their pick. Had it fallen out of the top 10, it would have gone to
So
New
far,
York
so
due to
good.
the Kristaps Porzingis trade.
Orlando right here, right?
The 9th pick goes
I think
to...
this is Orlando. No. Who is this? Washington? I can't remember.
the
Or is it
Utah
Jazz? Holy moly, this is nerve-wracking. We're getting
The
to
8th
that
pick
point.
will be made by
Washington.
the Washington Wizards.
Wow, this is all going according to plan so far.
The
Please.
7th pick in the NBA draft belongs to...
Oh my gosh. Indiana.
The Indiana Pacers.
Okay. We had 6 last year. Higher than 6, please.
Pick number 6
Oh,
goes
please
to
don't be Portland. Please don't be Portland. It's Orlando.
the
Okay.
Orlando Magic.
Everything going to form thus far. Only one
Okay.
envelope left
Okay.
before we know the
Okay.
teams
We
in
can be
the
top 5. That's still fine. Please don't be
The
Portland. Please
5th
don't be
pick
Portland.
will be made by
Let's
the
go!
Detroit Pistons.
Wow.
Top
Detroit
4!
fell
Oh my
all
gosh.
the way out.
Wow.
And that means there are 4 remaining.
Oh my
Houston,
gosh.
San Antonio, the Charlotte Hornets,
Oh, sorry.
and the Portland Trailblazers.
Oh my
But
goodness.
who will walk away with the number
No
1 pick? Coming
freaking
up,
way.
The drama, it continues. We find out the order of those
Oh
top 4 picks
my
in the
gosh.
2023 NBA draft. That's when we come back.
Bro. Top 4. I didn't even think we'd get top
The
4.
NBA Draft Lottery is presented by State Farm. The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price.
Portland
just
did
for
not
you.
get 5. Quit capping. They got their top 4 at least. Wow.
Everything looks so
wow,
good.
Wow. So who's
right?
it?
I'm
It's
hearing
Charlotte.
the new Google Pixel is
It's
really
Portland.
great. And it comes with
It's
AT&T's
Houston
best deals on
and
all
San
of it.
Antonio, right?
This one looks nice.
That's a house favorite.
Wow.
And it's served with your choice of plans. Thank you.
There's got to be a catch.
Pistons
No
are
catch,
down
and no
bad
trade
right
required
now.
either.
The Pistons are down horrendous.
Oh.
How do you know all this?
Oh, I got
I come here a lot. Love the service.
At AT&T?
Wow. Pistons are down horrendous. Holy moly, that's insane. I didn't even expect the Blazers to get into the top 4. Literally nobody moved. Other than what? Who had? Oh yeah, Portland is the only team that moved into the top 4. Literally. Everything else stayed the same. That's insane. Holy moly, bro. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe this is even, like, we have a chance right now. I cannot believe we even have a chance right now. I cannot believe this is even, like, a possibility. Bro, Detroit is down horrendous. They can still get a Thompson twin, though. So, like, they'll be all right. Yo, flat nipples, can you please stop spamming? Thank you. Oh. Because Detroit was, Detroit literally fell to 5, Jared. They fell to pick 5. And they had, they had second or first best, no, they had top 3 odds at number 1 and they fell to 5. Is Crispy really crying right now? Or are you just capping? Bro, because isn't he streaming on Bleacher Report right now? Wow, bro, I cannot believe this is actually happening right now. I cannot believe we're in the top 4. Oh, wow. I'm cool. Honestly, I'm happy we're even top 4. I'll take top 4. If we get number 1, though, if we get number 1, oh my goodness. Daniel, thank you for subscribing. I'm happy that we got a top 4 pick, though. I'm happy we got a top 4 pick. At the very least, we got a top 4 pick. Give me top 3 now, though. Top 3 would feel even better. All right, YouTube TV, we are not doing this right now. All right, stop looking at chat. Oh, wait, this isn't what I need. Bro, yo, this is not happening right now. It's fine. My stream is lagging. I cannot have this right now. YouTube TV, please stop. Please stop. I cannot have this right now. Okay, we're back. We're good.
The first pick goes to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
The Cleveland Cavaliers select
I'm not looking at chat.
LeBron James.
Miami Heat, back-to-back champions again.
Cleveland, this is for you.
LeBron James wins his 4th title.
Leading scorer in the history of the NBA.
LeBron James, the first overall pick in the 2003 NBA draft 20 years ago, getting set for Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. His Los Angeles Lakers, they take on the top-seeded Denver Nuggets. That's coming up right after we finish the lottery.
Oh my gosh, I'm nervous. I'm
And
so
in
nervous
Paris,
right now.
Perhaps another star that we will be talking about 20 years from now, Victor Wembanyama, taking, is that a Polaroid? Selfies with his family, waiting to find out where he may be calling home in just a matter of minutes. We're actually going to talk to Victor soon, but first, let's find out the final 4 picks, the order of the draft lottery. Who will it be that walks away number 1?
Please don't be 4. Please don't be 4.
San Antonio.
Keep the dream alive, baby. Keep the dream alive, baby.
Joining us once again to announce the order of the top 4 picks in the NBA draft lottery is Deputy Commissioner and Chief Operating Officer Mark Tatum.
Thanks again, Malika. The 4th pick in the NBA draft goes to the Houston Rockets. The 3rd pick belongs to the Portland Trailblazers.
All right, San Antonio or Charlotte.
The 2nd pick will be made by the Charlotte Hornets.
San Antonio got Vic.
The
Wow.
pick in the 2023 NBA draft goes to the San Antonio Spurs.
Damn.
The San Antonio Spurs.
But number
walk
3
away
is still
with the
good.
first
3 is
overall
good.
Pick in the 2023 draft. The right to draft a paradigm shifter, a generational talent in Victor Wembanyama.
Oh, wow.
Their first number 1 pick since 1997 and Tim Duncan. And take a look at the guys they've drafted number 1 in the past. Not only Tim Duncan, but also David Robinson.
Wow.
The Spurs, they are not new to this number 1 thing. They are true to this. And now they have been awarded a ticket to the best French show on this side of the Moulin Rouge. And they are standing by with our Monica McNutt.
Peter, congratulations. We heard the enthusiasm that you let out. What's going through your mind?
Oh.
It's just,
Bro, I'm telling you right now,
I'm so
if
excited.
Portland would have got number 1, I would have ran out of this room.
Our fans, man, like we just
I would have just lost it.
The Spurs, and so we're pumped.
Oh,
well,
wow, man.
Congratulations. The organization has certainly done well when they've had picks this high in the draft. Malika, back over to you.
Pick 3, though.
Monica, thank you so much. Let's take a look at how
I still got to
the
be happy
NBA
with
draft
that.
lottery is shaking
Still
out.
happy
The
with that.
Spurs have earned the number 1 pick.
Yo,
and walk away
I'm
with
praying
the
for you,
right to
basketball
draft
cut.
Victor
Hope you make it
Wembanyama,
through, man.
followed by the Hornets, the Trailblazers. This is how the rest of the lottery is shaking
I think Portland's
out.
100% trading this
Paris
pick.
now and check in with our own Brian Windhorst, who is standing by with Victor Wembanyama.
Let's listen to
Bonsoir,
the man.
Hello, Malika. Hello, Malika. It's 2:30 a.m. here in Paris.
Wow, it's
Victor, you
2:30
found out a
a.m.
couple
in
of
Paris
moments
right
ago
now.
You'll be following the footsteps of David Robinson, of Tim Duncan, great French players Boris Diaw and Tony Parker. What are your emotions right now?
Can't really describe them, you know. It's just my heart's beating. I got everyone I love, everyone I know around me. It's really a special moment I'm going to remember for the rest of my life.
There's American fans and NBA fans across the world are still learning about you. What is the NBA? What are the San Antonio Spurs getting with Victor Wembanyama?
Team player. I'm going to make everything to win as many games as I can. And I'm trying to win a ring ASAP, so be ready.
So the San Antonio Spurs were tied up in knots. I talked to their general manager, Brian Wright, today. He's been not able to sleep for a week. Now that you know where you're going, what do you think you can take the Spurs? Where do you think you can take the Spurs next season?
I'm gonna try and bring my talents here. I love Texas. I've been there before.
Oh, wow, man. Crazy.
I really can't wait to meet the fans and to meet hopefully the team I'm about to join in June.
Well, they look forward to meeting you. You're headed to San Antonio. Malika, back to you.
Brian, Victor, thank you so
Yo,
very
Brian
much.
Windhorse, we don't know for sure that the Spurs are drafting
The San
Vic.
Antonio
It's
Spurs
not
have walked
100%
away with
yet.
the #1 pick. Your final thoughts on tonight?
Hey, Greg Popovich ushering in David Robinson in the 80s.
All right,
Tim
boys,
Duncan
that wraps
in
it
the
up.
90s, and now Victor Wembanyama in 2023. He'll be greeted with a brand new $500 million training and practice facility in San Antonio, as if they planned it to welcome in perhaps the greatest draft prospect in NBA history.
I honestly couldn't think of a better organization that he could have gone to. When you think about
Portland would have been better.
The stability that they've had, the success that they have had over the past 20 years, I think he's in good hands, and I think the entire San Antonio fan base is rolling over right now. I can't wait to get on social media and see how crazy it is.
Well, I mentioned it on stage a little bit.
I'm shaking
the
right
other top
now.
4 picks they've had, you're talking about Duncan and Robinson, guys that are Hall of Famers. I mean, this is incredible. Personally for Victor, this is such a great position for him to land, but of course for the entire Spurs organization.
Let's check in on the order of the mock draft now that the lottery order has been set. This is according to the
Vic,
Jonathan
Brandon
Gavone,
Miller,
Victor
and they got the
Wembanyama
Blazers getting
slated to go
Scoot
first,
Henderson.
followed by Brandon Miller,
I don't know.
Scoot Henderson,
That's
Amen Thompson, and then
pick
Jarris
3 is going to be
Walker
super
rounding out the
valuable
top
though in
5. For the
trades,
rest
in
of
my
Jonathan
opinion.
Gavone's mock draft, go to ESPN.com/NBA.
All right, boys, that is going to do it. Holy moly. Man. Well, boys, I think that is going to do it for me. Nuggets and Lakers is about to start. I'm feeling good about getting number 3. The alternative would have been way worse. It would have been way worse. If we're 5 or 6 or 7 or 9, that would have been way worse. So I can say I'm happy with that. I can say I'm happy with that. Obviously, I would have loved number 1, but boys, I'm gonna end it there. I will see you guys tomorrow with a Victor Wembanyama Spurs rebuild. So thank you guys for hanging out with me during this draft lottery stream. I'm gonna end it on that note. So the Spurs won the lottery. So I'll see y'all tomorrow.